up against Newstead. I think Navarre will win this one, but we'll see how much Newstead have improved. And in the final game, it's over at Billwood for reserve Maldon. Maldon take on Lexington. I think Maldon can make it two wins out of 2 games.
Thanks for that preview there, Norm. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh live. Castlemaine and South Bendigo running out onto the ground. In earlier games here at Camp Reserve in the under-18s, it was South Bendigo 16 goals 7, 103 to Castlemaine 5-2-32, and in the reserves South Bendigo won easily 18 goals 9, 117 to Castlemaine 8 behinds. In other games today, before we focus on this one, your thoughts, Mick, on the other contests in the Bendigo Football League today? So just briefly, Eagle Hawk are at home to Kangaroo Flat. You would anticipate that the Hawks would be too strong in that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Canterbury Park's always a tough place to play, regardless of whether you're first or last on the ladder. Eagle Hawk by 10 goals there.
Johnny, Gisborne, they host Stratfield Say. The Dogs perhaps could get the job done there.
Yeah, Jacko, Gisborne, they're probably, I wouldn't say lucky to win last week, but certainly the Bloods had their chances. So it's a real interest, I think, this game. Never ever writes the Storm off because, of course, they've had a good start to the season. But I'm always sitting on the fence. I might go for a tie, a draw, Mick. That's probably fair enough. Let's go to a draw.
You're normally one way or the other, aren't you? I've never heard you sit on the fence.
No, I'm sitting on the fence because I like both sides, and that is well within the realms, I would think.
Wow. And, well, we wait and see. And then Broadford hosts Golden Square at Harley Hammond Reserve. Neither have won a game this season, but I think the Dogs will get their first victory this afternoon.
Absolutely. We spoke to Nicholas Faulkner from the AFL Central Victoria Board a couple of weeks ago, and he spoke to the importance of Broadford getting through the year, getting accustomed to Bendigo footy and almost pushing results to the side. So while that is an opinion and a way that some people want to see it, people from within the 4 walls at Broadford will want to see a much improved performance, and that just happens with the determination and want for the ball.
I think, Mick, their performance last week against Sandhurst, Sandhurst, I think people went there thinking it would be a cricket score. I heard talk of 300 points and beyond, where it wasn't that at all. So I think from that perspective, let's not take a real close look at the scoreboard. They were at the QEO. They'll take a positive out of that. So they might surprise this afternoon. I'm not saying they're going to win, and I'm not going to say that's a draw either, but certainly I think a lot of people were pleasantly surprised.
Johnny, you're absolutely right. When we speak about a club who have been in recess for a couple of years, coming into a Premier League like Bendigo, there's always going to be an adjustment period. So when it does click, it will be good times for the Broadford Footy Club, but until then, they just need to get their processes right, get their players right. They've got a really good coach in Nathan Thompson looking after them. Even Bonnie, the president of the club, she's just a wealth of experience and knowledge and the want. You can see the excitement or hear the excitement when she speaks. All they want is for the good of the Broadford Footy Netball Club to be competitive in the Bendigo League, and with people like that in charge, it'll be sooner rather than later.
We might head down to the boundary. Cameron Power is down there for us here at Camp Reserve. Conditions glorious this afternoon.
Yeah, glorious is definitely a word that I would describe it as, Jackson. There's really not a breath of wind out here at all. I threw a bit of grass up before and it didn't go anywhere, so probably not really any advantage kicking either way out here. The ground's nice and firm as well underfoot, so really no excuses for what should be a good quality game of footy, and we've got 2 very skillful sides, so I'm expecting to see that play out.
And the crowd condition?
Yeah, the crowd's looking really big actually. That's one thing that Castlemaine seem to have been doing really well over the last 2 years, is they've definitely got the crowd back involved, and you know it's a good crowd when you roll up about 11:30 and you actually struggle to get a car parked here. So plenty of people around, and I think there might be a few Harcourt people here as well. Norm mentioned Harcourt before, and a few car horns started tooting around the ground, so we'll give them a shout out as well. It is Umpire Appreciation Round, as we mentioned earlier when you spoke with Dean Goodridge, but the umpires for today, Will Robinson, Andrew Snell and Dean Goodridge. We'll also mention the goal umpires in Wayne Ford and Paul Martin as well, and the boundaries in George Zanides, Blake Dobbin and Job Hutchison. So being Umpire Appreciation Round, it's a good opportunity to shout out our umpires that do a terrific job to keep us out on the park.
Absolutely. Without, as this old saying goes, without umpires, there's no game of football.
Interesting you said that, Cam, about the Harcourt supporters. I did speak to a number of Harcourt supporters here, and they were here simply to see Lant play this afternoon for Castlemaine. And, of course, he's not playing. He's out for this week. So Castlemaine supporters can expect to see him back next week. I think Derek Philo might have mentioned that he's here for the next 2 weeks. But I'll give you an extension of that. I spoke to somebody in the know, and they said that he's signed a contract for the 12 games for the remainder of the year, which I think there's only 13 remaining, so there might be a game that he misses. So that is good news from Castlemaine's perspective. But Mick, the way I look at it, this game here today, this is very important for the end of the year, because we've discussed last week and the week before, there's a log jam in the 5. The home games in particular for Castlemaine are very, very important. So for them not to have their big recruits is, well, it's not ideal. So I think the best we can hope for as a supporter base is that they give the intensity and the effort that they gave in the game against Golden Square, because this side this afternoon they've picked is very, very similar to what that side was in that round 1 game that we did have a look at.
You're absolutely right. And when you speak of Lant and Dirksen and the likes being out, in round 1 it didn't matter. They still got the job done against Golden Square, and it's because they stuck with their processes and that run and carry from behind and willing to take the game on when the game was in the balance. So I don't think the messaging changes from Coach Philo and Coach Henderson. It'll be just about sticking to what they know best. But today, Johnny, it's all got to start with the likes of Murley, Henderson, Huntley.
Yep.
These guys, Sheehan as well, he was really good round 1. These guys have really got to step up, because South Bendigo do, in my opinion, have the best 1-2 ruck duo in the competition, so they're going to have to learn how to shark their rucks nice and early.
And last week, and the other game we saw South Bendigo, you saw Matt Cameron alternate with Crisp in the ruck, and the resting ruckman went really deep into their forward zone. So down back, Castlemaine, they're going to have their work cut out for them. Young Curtis McLennan, I wouldn't mind betting that he'll probably start deep in that back zone. Also, I think Brodie Brown-Kerr, talking about bigger bodies, they might try him back there as well, because they're going to have to, because I don't think anyone else that's going to be able to be up to that specific task. We had a look at Brodie Byrne, had played in the past up back, but they have experimented with him up forward, so he is unlikely to be the one. So the pressure falls, I think, onto those couple of young gun players, the bigger bodies that they're going to rely on. And of course, Crisp and Matt Cameron, different type of players. Crisp is a big run, jump over the top, and Matt Cameron is the big body, used to the body and bumping out of the way. So interesting time.
Yeah, absolutely. Even to the point where Brock Harvey may even get off the chain a little bit, Johnny, as we see the umpires, Jacko, into the middle.
We do indeed. We'll head down to Cameron Power, because the coin toss is about to take place here at Camp Reserve this afternoon on Local Footy Fresh Live.
Yeah, so the toss has been done. It's Hare for South Bendigo and Darby Simmons for Castlemaine, and it's been won by Hare of South Bendigo, kicking to the left-hand side. So that is the scoreboard end of the ground here at Castlemaine. And as I mentioned before, I don't think the wind's going to really affect conditions too much. So no breeze at all to speak of out here. It's perfect conditions for footy. Jackson, I'm going to stick with Castlemaine to win this game today. I've thought Castlemaine throughout the week. The changes did potentially sway me back the other way, but I'm going to stick with Castlemaine to win this game in an absolute thriller.
Thanks for that, Cameron. I'm tipping South Bendigo. Your tip this afternoon, Johnny?
I'm going with South Bendigo, actually, Jackson. I tipped against Castlemaine against Golden Square, and I'm usually a tough judge when it comes to the main, because I have got an invested interest down here, and I just think the bigger bodies, Matt Cameron and Crisp in particular, are going to be really, really telling. I hope I'm wrong from a supporter point of view, but from an analytical point of view, I think I'm on the money.
South Bendigo for me, lads, 4 goals. I think they've just got too much height and too much class around the ground.
So we're just about set here at Camp Reserve. Local Footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live. This round 3 contest, very much looking forward to it. It's the co-coached South Bendigo, led by Troy Coates and Jack Fallon, and they're taking on the Castlemaine, coached by Bailey Henderson here at Camp Reserve this afternoon.
And an absolute pristine Camp Reserve, bathed in sunshine. It's almost like a summer's day, almost but not quite, but round 3 in the Bendigo Football Netball League. Local footy, the place we want to be, fresh live. It is the Bloods taking on Castlemaine at Camp Reserve, and to bring you the opening ball up, here's Father Jackson Saunders.
So very much looking forward to this game this afternoon. Big ruck contest to commence proceedings in this first term. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh live and up in the ruck contest. Crisp tapped it down for South Bendigo. It was sharked by Tom Templeton. His hand pass went astray. Free kick has been picked out and South Bendigo get the footy through Toby Hardingham. He quickly helps to clear to half forward and it's to the 4-time best and fairest widow, Brody Haddo, who goes to Josh Nitsky. He's got it to kick out from goal, straight down the corridor. He wants McGregor Cameron. Ball spills to the back of the pack. Castlemaine will attempt to clear and they'll work it out to half back.
Oh, it's an intercepted mark though. It's been taken by Langley, but a whistle told the play to come back, and Brody Brown-Kerr is playing deep forward there, deep back for Castlemaine, Mick, as Harvey, a little bit of a push. He found a bit of space, but Castlemaine will get the free kick. Short pass to Harrison Sheen, deep in his defensive zone, brings it broadcast side. Short pass, hits up Jace Coleman. Coleman looked inboard, then decided against it, then dumped it down the line. It goes along the wing and it comes off hands. In fact, it might be a mark.
Yes.
Taken by the Bloods, and they'll bring it back into the forward zone. Doing all the attacking, Jackson?
They are very much so. They send it to half forward. Good defensive work from Castlemaine's Jack Sutherland, but intercepted by Alexander Smith. Inside 50 with that kick. He wants McGregor Cameron. Has support. Brock Harvey evades one, then a second. Snaps at goal, and South Bendigo have their first of the afternoon. They are 1 straight 6. Castlemaine are yet to score. Our score sponsor is Don's Small Goods. Is Don, is good. Here's Mick Delaney, local footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh live.
Johnny, you nailed it early on. McGregor Cameron straight to the goal square. Brown-Kerr with him. Jasper Langley, 2 intercept marks early on, playing a really nice role. That kick behind the play, but as we said earlier on, Brock Harvey, if there's going to be that extra attention on Cameron in the forward line, the likes of Harvey, they could find that little bit extra space, and as we saw, first goal on the board for the Bloods.
Good start for the Bloods here at Camp Reserve. Back in the middle we go. It'll be Coleman against Crisp of the Bloods. Probably a dead heat in the end. Harrison Sheen overran the footy for the Magpies. He just threw it out, gave it to Bailey Henderson on the left. Shallow inside, forward 50. Their first look at it might come through Huntley. Good defensive work by Jasper Langley of the Bloods. And he punches out of bounds, and deep in Castlemaine's forward zone, we'll have a ball in.
It's on the Gingell Street side here at Camp Reserve, headed towards the clubroom's end for the Magpies. Ball to be tossed back in on the pain of 50. About 20 players around this contest. In the ruck contest, Hartley was beaten by Crisp. Stacks around it, and it's going to go nowhere, so we'll need to have another ball up. So Dean Goodrich will throw the ball aloft once more in this ruck contest. 45 metres out from goal for the Magpies. They whack it forward through numbers, but it's been picked out, and perhaps it was a quick kick, but it's been marked by Archie Rickson, who's got it. He was the McDonald Reserves League medalist in 2025, and you should back him from here, Mick.
He's been really good early in the year, Johnny. Just that little crummy forward, crummy forward. He kicked 4 in that first game here against Golden Square. As we see him just to the left, misses that one, but we spoke earlier on too when we covered the first game of Castlemaine Golden Square. Jace Coleman was getting caught in and around the ball. He's dropped straight away playing that kick behind the play.
5-point margin. Bloods lead. Fallon for the Bloods will bring it in. He's kicked it. Well, it was deep into the pocket. I thought it was going out of bounds on the full, and it didn't. It was a good intercept. Short pass the Bloods to Zimmerman. Zimmerman will cross it laterally, so they've gone from across half, in fact, from back pocket to back pocket to this creek side. Good mark contested by Fallon. Fallon, the co-coach, puts it down the line. Poor kick. Curtis McClellan dropped the mark he should have taken. Then it spilled wide. Nitsky now tracked the football for the Bloods towards the boundary line and across half forward. Railway side will have a ball in. It's a 5-point margin. The Magpies 1 behind South Bendigo, 1 goal straight 6.
Jace Coleman in the ruck contest. He will renew acquaintances with Callum Crisp. two giants of the Bendigo Football Netball League. There's some tall ruckmen, in fact, across the league this year. Chris taps it down, beautifully sharked by Templeton. Quick kick inside 50, bounces fortuitously for Brody Haddo. He goes one way, got the hand pass out. He was run down from behind, the South Bendigo player, and penalised for holding the ball. It was Anthony Zimmerman and Castlemaine to take it from the back pocket.
Darby Simmons was the man. Looks like he's back. He was sporting a hamstring injury from the cricket season and back in form this afternoon by the looks of it. Numbers are with South Bendigo. Nishki gives it off. They've got the numbers here. Long ball for the Bloods to the hot spot. Zimmerman's lurking. They let it bounce, and Brown Kerr just at the goal line managed to put it through for a minor score. 7 playing 1, a 6-point margin.
So you've mentioned Darby Simmons before. I spoke to him pre-game. He was a little bit niggly in the first 2 rounds. He sat out last week, but he is A-OK today, so expect for him to be a big show in that back line.
Callum McConaughey has the kicking duties for Castlemaine, coached by Bailey Henderson, who has VFL experience. He played 10 games for Werribee and 25 for Richmond, as Callum McConaughey directs the kick wide to half-back, had to be precise, and finds Michael Hartley, who relinquished the coaching duties at the end of last season. He goes from half-back to centre wing, wants Jace Coleman. The kick was a bit shallow, though, and landed more shortly to Henderson, who goes to half-forward. Reece Jenkins collects on the first bounce. He might opt to have a shot. Unselfishly centres. He wants a teammate and finds him, Harrison Sheehan, who's marked at the top of the goal square, and that was perfect team play.
That was really good there by Cal Huntley. Turned his player inside out. Bailey Henderson up on the half-forward flank as well. As soon as he got the ball, he turned and went straight away. Just it's a matter of pace for Castlemaine so far. As soon as they get the ball, they look to go, and Harrison Sheehan, set shot on goal 20 metres out. You'd expect him to kick it, Jacko.
To level the scores with those pink boots directly in front. I back you. I would put money on it. Harrison Sheehan makes no mistake. The score is 1-1-7 apiece. Our score sponsor is Jason Westcott Builder. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live. Here's Mick Delaney.
For all of South Bendigo's dominance so far in and around the ball, Castlemaine have done a really good job of capitalising each time they've gone forward, albeit the lack of times they've gone forward. Templeton and Harker in and under have been really good early on, but yeah, the scoreboard tells us a different story so far.
If you could read it.
At ground level here, it's got that sense that Castlemaine are going to have to take every advantage that they get inside forward 50. The ruck dominance is really showing early, Mick.
Back in the middle for the restart. Up they'll go in the ruck. Big jump by Chris, but doing well was Coleman for the Magpies. In the middle, Templeton did well. He's a good player, and a whistle on play. Probably let it go.
Yes, well, I've been keeping track of the score, Johnny, because I'm seeking divine intervention this afternoon because the scoreboard is impossible to read. So please, I remember each score as it goes through and note it down. And still inside the centre square, they can't take it out again with another stoppage. So we'll see Colsman and Chris go at it once more. Chris knocks it down about 5 metres forward. Good tackle by Castlemaine's Darby Simmons, and we'll need to have another ball up. It's going nowhere at the moment, Johnny.
No, let's see what we can do here through Coleman versus Chris. This is a good contest. Chris won his own ball, little handball. On the end of it is Hardingham of the Bloods. Now he'll go shallow inside forward 50. Harvey gets caught behind, used his strength, and he threw the opposition player off. It might have been Saxon Seberhog, in fact, and he's lining him up for goal, but that was just
strong. Genuine one-on-one match-up there. Made his way to the front, took a good contested grab. You'd expect someone of Brock Harvey's calibre and skill level, he'll slot this.
He got caught out of position, and he's traditionally had a day out down at Camp Reserve. He's had some big bags down this way. It's a good start. He's already kicked one. In he comes to the Galton Street end and slams it in the post for a minor score. That takes it to a 1-point margin. South Bendigo lead, 8 playing 7.
Interesting early on, Hartley playing a little bit further up the ground. He's second in the league goal kicking so far, Jacko. Brock Harvey third.
Callum McConaughey, a penetrating 60-metre pass to half-back, and he manages to spot up Hartley, who's got it at half-back. Kick ill-directed. Tom Templeton, the former North Ballarat player, intercepts, drives it back inside 50, but straight to where it came from. Callum McConaughey, who's had a stack of it early in this contest. Darby Simmons, it was stolen though in front of him by Brock Harvey, who runs into the open goal and kicks his second. South Bendigo 2-2-14. They lead Castlemaine 1-1-7. Our score sponsor, Bendigo City Framers. Mick Delaney, a horrendous mistake.
you've got to be careful when you switch the play, don't you? That you're almost, you've got to be confident that you're going to hit a target, but on that in that instance, just poor disposal, and it led to Brock Harvey's second goal. That's one person, Johnny, you don't want to let off the leash early. He's had 3 shots at goal already.
He's a confidence player too, and he looks like he's up and about. Had a slow start last week. He came good in the last term against Gisborne, but we're seeing him at his very best.
Hey Mick, it looks like it's Templeton and Henderson going head to head out there. That's going to be a key battle to whoever wins this game today.
Definitely.
A restart back in the middle. Coleman against Crisp. Crisp tapped it down the throat of Huntley, his opposition player. Huntley got a free kick via Templeton, so Cal Huntley now with the ball. His first real possession of the afternoon. He runs as he so often does. Then he kicks it shallow inside forward 50, right down the line. Front and centre, whistle on play. Which way is it going to go? It's going to go to the Bloods. The advantage is played. Nitsky is with the footy. Has a couple of bounces. Ran too far. In fact, he only had one bounce, Mick, I reckon.
He did. He only had the one bounce. It's exciting, though, for those that are South Bendigo supporters to see the likes of Nitschke running and carrying out a defence.
So the kick from Callan Huntley from centre wing, Gingell Street side. Pack develops across half forward. Getting hands to it is Toby Hardingham in defence, and he aids it out of bounds in front of the South Bendigo dugout. We'll have it thrown back in. Spectacular conditions for footy. A beautiful autumn day. Temperature is moderate. Not a breeze to speak of whatsoever, and not a fraction of cloud either, as Crisp takes it out of the ruck. He kicks it long up to centre wing, and Brock Harvey takes it. He's running goal bound. He goes to centre half forward. He wants McGregor Cameron. He's opposed beautifully, but McGregor Cameron gets there first. He gets the hand pass back towards Brock Harvey. He goes after it. He's opposed by a couple of defenders. Good work by Darby Simmons, who creates a stoppage once more, and we'll have a ball up.
It's a totally different tale at both ends of the ground here, Jacko. Castlemaine have 5 players under 6 foot in their forward line. South Bendigo 1 over 6'7".
Bloods deep in attack. Mac Cameron wins the tap. Castlemaine under pressure. Seba Hogg clears now for the Magpies to a one-on-one contest. It's good at ground level. Bodie Robinson getting involved. It's 2-on-1, however. The Bloods with the numbers via Langley. Good work, ground level though, Magpies. They're tackling hard. Dave Murley getting in there for his first real look at the footy. But we'll have a stoppage, a ball up. Our Bendigo City Framers $100 voucher, our sponsorship award this afternoon. I'm delegating that task to Cameron Power at ground level, who'll do that for us. On the end of a handball will be Holmes now for the Bloods. They'll go forward. Matt Cameron at 50. He's the target. He's at his ankles. He's all tied up. Good work, Magpies, defensively, but they're under pressure. Cal McConaughey will have a ball up 50 from home for the Bloods.
It is indeed. Tapped down by McGregor Cameron. Good effort by Anthony Zimmerman with the tackle. Ball's alive still for South Bendigo. Darby Simmons, I've been impressed by him early in this contest.
South Bendigo have got to be better with their inside forward 50 entries. The last 2 times it's hit McGregor Cameron on the ankles.
It has indeed. It's picked up out of the ruck contest. Cohen Harkey snaps goal, and truly South Bendigo have their third. 3-2-20. A magnificent goal by Cohen Harker, and they lead by 13 points. Our score sponsor is Parsons Towing's Local Footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh, live, and here's Mick Delaney.
That 1-2 punch with Templeton and Harker on the inside for South Bendigo, very, very impressive, Johnny.
Certainly was. And down at the graveyard, Gisborne lead the Storm. Might not get our tie. It's a 19-point margin already.
Wow.
The Storm haven't hit the scoreboard. Might be raining down there, Mick. You know what it's like in central Victoria, but certainly not here at Camp Reserve. Matt Cameron now goes for his turn in the ruck for the Bloods. He taps it forward. Geez, they've got numbers. Templeton, a little give. They'll go forward now, the Bloods, to the top of the square. Brown Kerr used his body well off Crisp on that occasion. A hurried kick. He'll send it wide, and it's a good diving mark to Robinson, who takes it, a tumbler. Saxon Seba Hogg, in fact it is. Short pass, barely the required distance. Go to Simmons. Simmons now goes long down the line, and a whistle off play, and a free kick, which its way it's going to go. It's going to go the way of the Blood, so they'll send it forward again.
They will. So it's on centre wing railway side here. Hayden Geddes has the footy for the Bloods. He opts to go down the line. He wants Callum Crisp. He comes out with a strong lead, fisted away from behind, ground level, unable to get the footy is James Davies. It's 35 metres out from South Bendigo's goal. Saxon Seba Hobb in defence. They are under siege at the moment, Castlemaine, as the ball's wrapped up once more. So a ball up to take place, 35 metres out from South Bendigo's goal, left forward pocket.
I hope he's okay, Seaberhog. Hit the ground holding his knee, hobbling off the ground now.
That's in fact Brown Kerr.
Okay.
So we'll just see what Simmons does with the footy for the Magpies. He hands it to a man in not the right position. Let's have a look at Kangaroo Flat. They lead Eagle Hawk at famous Canterbury Park 13 points to 0. So good flying start to the Roos. Still deep in the forward zone here now for the Bloods. Simmons puts his head over the footy for the Magpies. Tries to burrow a path and he can't. And they're certainly under pressure in that forward zone, Mick.
Yeah, the pressure is on. It's a stuck forward line here. 20 people inside the forward 50.
It is very much so. Little room to move for both sides, but Castlemaine's Callan Huntley has been a reliable stalwart at Camp Reserve for many years. Goes up to centre wing, but it's been intercepted again by Geddes, who goes deep, wanting Brock Harvey over his head, and it'll go out of bounds in the left forward pocket in front of Castlemaine's Reece Jenkins. So we'll have a boundary throw in. The score at the moment, 3-2-20. It is South Bendigo, the visitors, who lead against Castlemaine 1-1-7. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
The Castlemaine flyer comes through. You can hear it in the background. One of the unique quirks of this football ground here, right up against the boundary line. As Crisp doing some hard work for the Bloods, so is Haddo, but he gets collared. In fact, it was a good bit of work by Staples. Staples now across laterally and come to Huntley. Puts Huntley under pressure. Huntley will let it sit. Off his back 50. He tries to shrug one tackle, then two. Just strong through the hips. It was ineffective though. Templeton got the football, now goes long to Haddo. In fact, the kick came from Harker, not Templeton. Doesn't matter. And Haddo takes a mark. Well, pretty close. 20 metres in from the boundary line and 35 out from goal.
It is a tough kick from here. We've seen previously that the ball pushes across the face of goal from this angle. It'll be a good kick if he kicks it.
I say it every time we come here. This is a left footer's pocket just because of the angle of the ground. And he ain't a left footer. It will be a good kick if he kicks it, and he doesn't. Take it from me. They don't kick him from this pocket unless you're a left footer, Norm. That's another point to the Bloods. They go to 21 playing Castlemaine 7. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Brown Kerr on the boundary. Trainers attending to the right knee. Hopefully he's doing okay.
Reece Jenkins goes to the back pocket. Hunter Staples.
Give an update on that, Mick. It's actually a hamstring injury, and based on the reaction, I think he might be done for the day. So ice up on the hamstring already, so disappointing for Brodie Brown Kerr.
Saxon Sieberholt, thanks to that Cameron Power on the boundary for us. Got it to Hartley. Combines with Ben McConaughey out of side wing along the railway side, and it's going to be a free kick to Castlemaine. So they've got it on the outer side. Plenty of supporters here this afternoon. So it's Ben McConaughey, hugs the boundary line with his kick, goes to half forward. Free kick has been picked out for a hold. It's going the way of South Bendigo across half back. So Geddes goes into the middle, and this is spectacular footy. They're out and they're open as they drive it from centre wing to half forward in front of our broadcast position. Collecting on the first bounce, Alexander Smith. He goes to centre half forward, and it's marked by Callum Crisp, who's got it 30 metres out from goal, directly in front. And well, he can do everything, can't he? He averaged 52 hit-outs a game last year, and he can do it up forward too.
I know we've got Crisp in front of goal here, but that switch kick by Geddes across half back, that was elite. 50 metres, pinpoint, hitting a man on the run.
Callum Crisp directly in front, nails it. Goal umpire had to work for it slightly, but they have their fourth. 4-3-27 with that Callum Crisp goal. South Bendigo lead by 20 points over Castlemaine, 1-1-7. Our score sponsor is Don Smallgoods. Is good. Local footy, the place we want to be. Here's the former coach of Orbost and Witchy-Proof Narrabri, Mick Delaney.
It's pretty impressive early on with South Bendigo, just getting numbers in and around the ball, but it's been Harker, it's been Templeton as well, just getting first hands on the ball.
Back in the middle, Mac Cameron again, used his body perfectly then taps the ball forward. They just seem stronger at the contest just at the moment. The Bloods is at inches just forward of centre, and we'll have another stoppage. The ball in. It's a 20-point margin. The Bloods lead here down at Camp Reserve. Perfect conditions. Mac Cameron just grabbed it out of there. Then he handballed to Voice. The Voice was Harker. They're getting on the end of it now. Will be Holmes, the Blood. Then he drops a ball he should have taken. Picked up by Robinson. Robinson will go deep inside forward for the Magpies, but a rebound by the Bloods. Niski on the end of a short pass.
He's 6'2", tall in stature, to Zach Sims. The centre circle is where he receives the footy. He goes direct up the corridor. Kick had too much height on it for Alexander Smith. And a good defensive grab has been taken for Castlemaine by Curtis McLennan, who goes short to Archie Richon across half back. A good interception from Toby Hardingham. The Bloods will look to work it back inside 50. Josh Nitsky, they combine at half forward. Over the top, Alexander Smith will mark. He's got a 35 metres out from goal. Left forward pocket for South Bendigo, and they are unstoppable at the moment, and they're looking for their 5th goal in this opening quarter.
It's disposal efficiency so far, Jacko. They are hitting their targets inside forward 50. Castlemaine just struggling to hit targets exiting D50.
Alexander Smith-Ralph to kick for goal from 35 metres out for the Bloods' 5th in this opening term. He kicks off the right boot. It starts right and stays right and just a behind. 4-4-28 us, the Bloods. Castlemaine 117. Our score sponsor is Jason Westcott Builder. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
It's interesting, Jacko, that Castlemaine now are crowding the ground. Every player is inside the Castlemaine half of the ground.
Simmons plays on for fullback for the Magpies, sent in the direction of Byrne. Sharked by Jace Coleman of the Magpies. Owen sends it down the wing, but an intercepting mark by Geddes. Geddes of the Bloods looks inboard. He goes long to the outer side, in fact, and finds Harker. Harker's doing well this afternoon for the Bloods, takes a chest mark, then slows the footy down. Short pass, 25 forward, hits Hardingham. Hardingham still halfway between the wing and left half forward. To the Galton Street end. Into the hot spot they fly. McConaughey. Cal McConaughey for the Magpies is strong in defence and takes a good contested mark.
He's been good in this opening term as Cal McConaughey goes to the back pocket, and again it's with Reece Jenkins, former Bendigo Pioneer, in the back pocket for Castlemaine. Drives it to the wing. Pack develops, but good grab has been taken across half back, and with that sunscreen on, Chris combines with Jasper Langley. They send it to half forward. Ball was a bit loose and wide, and out of bounds it goes. Norm Jenkin in this opening term. Some of the stats which have caught your eye so far.
Well, so far inside 50s have been 12-2 in favour of South Bendigo. Intercept marks, South Bendigo have taken 6, 4 of them across the centre. Turnovers, they've also had 4 of them, 3 across the centre, and that's where they've been winning. They've been keeping Castlemaine out of their forward line.
Got another chance here, the Bloods. They'll go long towards goal and sprays it. Matt Cameron doing strong work in the ruck just for another minor score. So South Bendigo 4-4-29, they lead Castlemaine 1-1-7. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Taking it from the back line is Darby Simmons. Big long kick to half back, no good. Another turnover, and South Bendigo steal the football. Simmons inside 50, and Alexander Smith-Ralph has been given a free kick. He was pushing the back, so it'll test him though. He'd have to kick it from about 55 metres out from goal. Mick, does he have what it takes to go from so far out?
I think he does. We speak today being ideal conditions here at Camp Reserve. I've seen him kick the ball. He's a good user of the ball. I'm backing him in.
Gisborne 17 points over the Storm down at Gisborne, the Graveyard.
As the kick, it's also Kangaroo Flat leading by 5 points against Eagle Hawk in another game. Alexander Smith-Ralph, long kick, has the distance but not the accuracy behind. 4-6-30, South Bendigo, Castlemaine 1-1-7 as the Magpies bring it back in.
Jenkins played on quickly, passed it into the pocket to Mark Cooper. Cooper Mark, in fact, he's got it round the wrong way. He's one of those lads with 2 surnames and 2 Christian names. You see it more and often this day and age. Down the wing the footy goes. Good punch behind defensively. Hartley, who's been a little bit quiet in this opening term here, and it goes over the boundary line for a throw in.
That's all they could do there, Johnny, because you look forward of centre, and from that contest, not one Castlemaine player forward of that contest.
Boundary throw in, Railway side wing at Camp Reserve in Castlemaine. Coleman, decisive fist, about 20 metres to half forward. First is Xavier Merley though to chase after it, so too Jack Fallon. Kick comes up from Fallon to centre wing. Coleman has support. It's Bailey Henderson who takes the footy. Kick inside 50. Lands fortuitously for Michael Hartley. He snaps goalward, but it'll be only a behind. 1-2-8. Castlemaine, South Bendigo, 4-6-30. Score sponsor, Bendigo City Framers. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Hartley will be disappointed with that. Johnny, having played on after that mark and rushed that shot on goal, probably should have went back and had a deliberate shot at it.
If there's a genuine chance in this game...
I think it might have actually been touched by Alex Davies down here at ground level as well. He's doing a good job on him, Mick.
He'll have to make the most of the opportunity if that's the case. As the ball is up on the wing quickly from the Bloods from the restart. Flying high, flying early was Davies. Got his hands on the footy but couldn't drag it in. He had a big piece of it. Now it's at ground level. Harrison Sheen, sharp hands, but he turned it over and gave it to Zimmerman. Zimmerman gave it to Holmes by hand. Now the Bloods turn it over and then it forms into a contest at ground level and finally goes over the boundary line. Right in front of the timekeeper's box, we'll have a ball in. 1-2-8, the Magpies, 8 trail, 4-6-30. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
With South Bendigo 7 intercept marks they've had so far, Langley's had 4 of them.
Mick Delaney there, the former assistant coach of the Strathfield Say Storm from 2017 until 2019 under Darryl Wilson and Troy Coates' premiership success during that time. As South Bendigo, they want a flag this year. They're pressing forward. Tom Templeton combines to half forward, but the tackle from Darby Simmons was spectacular. Anyway, free kick picked out. It goes to Cody Brooks. Long kick inside 50. Pack develops and it'll go out of bounds. Alexander Smith-Ralph got hands to it but couldn't complete the grab. He had a bit of a fumble, so we'll have a boundary throw in right forward pocket directly beside the right point post.
I think the young umpire in umpire appreciating week probably got that wrong, Mick. I reckon that was a good tackle by Simmons, but let's not dwell on that. In the ruck now for the Bloods, it was Davies. It'll be the Magpies that win it from the half-back zone. It was Henderson. Goes to the wing. Now got another contest. Spills towards Huntley. Tracks it towards his ankles, towards the boundary line and can't collect.
Johnny, I've just spoken to Brody Brown-Kerr down here as well. Confirmed hamstring. He's heading off the ground, limping around to the sheds at the moment for an early shower. So unfortunate news for Castlemaine and Brody Brown-Kerr.
3-game injury usually, Cam, they are. A hamstring, so...
Well, he said he was just running and he heard it pop, so definitely not ideal.
No, Matt Cameron in the ruck for the Bloods. Running through was Templeton, who sharked the footy. He'll put it into his path of Brooks, his teammate. Now the Bloods to the top of the square. Jenkins needs to kill it for the Magpies and does. And inches South Bendigo further ahead, 31 playing 8.
4-7 that is to 1-2 as the ball's brought back in by Darby Simmons. They go express up the corridor. This is exciting footy. Hunter Staples for Castlemaine. He goes up to centre half forward. He wants sacked Archie Rickson. He can't get Archie Rickson. Michael Hartley is there too. Castlemaine a chance. Ball comes back towards Jenkins. No, it's Jasper Langley who takes it away for South Bendigo, and the Bloods are out to Jack Fallon.
We're ping-ponging from one end of the ground to the other in this late stage of this opening term. Now across half forward for the Bloods. Can they collect? Goes shallow inside forward 50. Zimmerman's in the area. Picked it up, then handballed it right to the boundary line. Teammate grabs it, kicks it towards goal. And Reece Jenkins marks it defensively. Plays on quickly to Ben Jardine, son of Chopper. One of the Castlemaine and Natabiella greats here, Chris Jardine. This is his son, Ben. Ben will go long beyond defensive 50. Held out of the contest there was Cal Huntley, and he'll get a free kick across half-back.
I've really enjoyed Cal Huntley's career. He can play anywhere in the middle or down back. He's tough and he goes after the footy and he takes the game on here with a bounce. He opens up the game through the corridor from half-back to centre half forward. Wanting it is Archie Rickson. He can't get the footy though. Another turnover and South Bendigo take it out to half forward. Brock Harvey once more. The reigning Ron Best medalist. 52 goals last year. Unselfishly though, lays it off. Wants a teammate and South Bendigo have another. And that comes from Zach Sims, who is wearing the number 11 Guernsey this afternoon. South Bendigo are 5-7. 37. They lead Castlemaine 1-8. Our score sponsor is Jason Westcott Builder. Local footy, it's the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Rickson and Robinson there, ball going inside 50, and while it was in the air, they just looked at each other and both aborted mission in attacking the ball. South Bendigo pounce, they go bang, bang, good disposal efficiency, goal.
Kangaroo Flats still lead Eagle Hawk by 5 points. Getting close to quarter time at famous Canterbury Park. Here at the Camp Reserve, Chris won the tack to Niski. He japs the ball in front of him and will try to win it. 1-on-1 now. Niski still battling hard, ground level. Managed to shovel it out. No clean position. Frankling now for the Magpies, try to make away. Caused a turnover. Ends with Nitschke of the Bloods. He'll go shallow inside. Forward 50. Mark right at the top of the square. Quickly play on the Bloods here. Into the path of Haddo towards the boundary line. Needs to keep it in. Handball inboard. That's effective to Alexander Ralph. He'll go Smith Ralph. Well, Nolly got it right then. Jacko as the ball goes across the face towards the scoreboard. In fact, play is allowed to go on. They all stopped as if it was out of bounds.
The umpire called the mark.
Now it is. Did he?
The umpire called the mark and then realised that he didn't mark it and then called play on immediately after.
He said, oops.
Oopsie.
And Harrison Sheen thought it was out of bounds. It was an oopsie moment in more ways than one. McGregor Cameron taps it down. Cohen Harker with the tattoos almost got it, instead stolen by Harrison Sheen. He takes it out from the back pocket. A big 60-metre kick up into the centre of the ground, but South Bendigo back inside 50 with that kick, and a terrific mark taken by Brock Harvey. The kick was penetrated into him from Hayden Geddes, and Brock Harvey with a chance to kick his third goal already, Mick, in this first quarter of footy.
I was watching that going forward off Geddes' boot, and as soon as it left his boot, Harvey bopped when everyone else was weaving and just fell into his lap, and here he is, 25 out for his third.
Brock Harvey directly in front, kicking to the scoreboard end here at Camp Reserve. This round 3 Bendigo Football Netball League clash. Brock Harvey, you can hear the Castlemaine faithful celebrating because they've got their 6-7, 43 are the Bloods. Castlemaine 128, our score sponsor, Parsons Towing's Local Footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
That now takes Brock Harvey into the lead for the leading goal kickers in the Bendigo Footy League senior competition this year.
Hey Mick, Michael Hartley having no influence on the game so far. Davies playing a terrific role on him. What stage do you think that Castlemaine might potentially put him behind the ball to try and get himself involved in the game?
I would have done it 5 minutes ago, but they've got a structure and a plan they want to stick to, Cam. I don't mind it.
The height advantage is pretty clear out here in favour of South Bendigo.
Crisp wins it. Niski just overran the footy for the Bloods. Henderson wins it now for the Magpies. Feeds it out wide. It was effective to Cooper Mark. And might just muck it up and turn it over here. The Magpies, they do. Now it's the Bloods up onto the wing. Ground level whistle sounds. And I'll be glad to see the quarter time here just to regroup. 6-7-43. The Bloods lead Castlemaine 1-2-8.
We'll have a look at other games in round 3 of the Bendigo Football Netball League in a moment. But in our broadcast game, it is South Bendigo 6-7-43 leading Castlemaine 1-8. Perfect conditions though here at Camp Reserve, and the Magpies kicking to the scoring end in the second term. The second quarter is coming up. Local Footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh live. We're here at Camp Reserve for this round 3 Bendigo Football Netball League clash between South Bendigo and Castlemaine. And it is the Bloods leading 6-7-43 to Castlemaine 1-8. Goal kickers to quarter time. Brock Harvey has 3, Callum Chris, Cohen Harker and Zach Sims 1 each, and Harrison Sheen has the only goal for South Bendigo. In other games, it's Eagle Hawk 4-3-27 over Kangaroo Flat 3-1-19. Gisborne 7-3-45 over Strathfield Say 1-4-10. And Golden Square 5-4-34 lead Broadford 1-6. Better players so far in this game for South Bendigo with Mick Delaney.
Definitely starts in the middle, Jacko. Tom Templeton and Cohen Harker. Would not be surprised if they've had 10 clearances between them so far this game. Just the advantage of having 2 premier ruckmen in the competition and having that chemistry of knowing where the ball is going to be hit.
We'll just pause there because Cameron Power has a special guest on the boundary.
Maybe not, but I'll give you the best players for Castlemaine. He's doing a good job, he's a little rover down there. So, Castlemaine, she's just been a struggle picking the best players. I thought Cal McConaughey and Darby Simmons probably on par to being the better players on the ground. Both candidates for our Bendigo City Framers $100 voucher award, our sponsorship award. But apart from those two, I think the rest of them have been pretty inconsistent, and you've got to look at them, Mick, to get back into the game. We haven't seen a lot of the big names in Henderson, Hartley, Dave Murley. I can't recall calling his name too much, and you go down the list and there's lots of them. Jack Sutherland, and further down even Harrison Sheen, albeit he kicked a goal, he hasn't had the influence. So that's where they're going to have to get back into the game, I think.
No, I think you're absolutely right. We spoke about earlier disposal efficiency in Castlemaine, butchering the ball a little bit coming out of D50. That's where it's got to start, Johnny. These superstar players for Castlemaine, as you will, aren't getting the ball because it's either coming to them along the carpet or going over their heads. Maybe Castlemaine just need to steady and go, all right, we're going to play possession footy for 2 or 3 minutes, get a feel for what the ball is like, ball in hand, and then go from there. But towards the back end of that quarter, having no Castlemaine players within centre square back to their goals just showed how much on the defensive or on the back foot they were for the remaining 5 to 10 minutes of that quarter, Jacko.
Very much so. We'll keep an eye on.
I've got Carl Hardingham down here from South Bendigo. Carl, you must be really impressed with the way that the boys started that quarter.
Yeah, no, they started really well, Cam. Pressure's been good, hunting the ball and inside 50s, you smashed them inside 50s. Just need to lower our eyes a bit going forward in the next quarter.
In the they touched on the toughness and the way that they were able to give those first options, so super exciting.
Yeah, it's something we've been working on at training, being really physical in the contest and also, pushing hard into their bodies throughout the contest, make it hard for them. So,
excellent, Carl, thank you very much for your time.
Cameron Power on the boundary there with the assistant coach of South Bendigo. So this second term is not far away. It's local footy, the place we want to be. It is fresh, live. Great day for football. Very much enjoying bringing this to you. The conditions are perfect. Crowd very impressive too. And we're excited for what these two sides may bring in season 2026 to bring the second quarter to us in this battle between the Magpies and the Bloods. It is John Hunter.
Keep your eye out on Brock Harvey. I think he might explode in this second term. From a Magpie perspective, you would hope not. But from the Bloods, he's been super, as he always is, here at Camp Reserve. Let's get the second term underway. It was Crisp that won the tack for the Bloods. He tapped it to Templeton. Templeton now for the Bloods will go inside forward 50 in the direction of Haddo. Now goes to ground level. Bodie Robinson tracks the footy. Still in play. Also Zimmerman there. Nitschke picks it up for the Bloods. Handball forward. Goes to Haddo. Haddo on the right. Goes around the body and puts it through. In the first minute of this second term, score sponsor Don Smallgoods is good. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh live. South Bendigo lead 7-7-49 to Castlemaine 1-8.
Interesting to start that quarter, Johnny. They've gone with Bailey Henderson, Michael Hartley and Cal Huntley, deep in their forward line. I'd like to see, especially while South Bendigo are on top, those sorts of players asserting themselves on the game and getting themselves in and around the ball.
Be great to see. We'll go to Cameron Power in a moment for scores from quarter time in the Heathcote District Footy League. Back in the centre, Dean Goodrich throws the ball aloft, tapped down by Callum Crisp, and straight away taken by Jasper Langley off the back edge of the square. He kicks to half forward. The ball will trickle out of bounds. A boundary throw, and Cameron Power on the boundary. With scores, which is kindly provided to us. Mount Pleasant lead 7-6-48 over Huntley, 3 behinds, and Colburn Abbon 4-5-29 lead North Bendigo 2-4-16 at quarter time in the Heathcote District Footy League.
Cross half forward, Bloods in attack, kicking to the club rooms, and Robinson tries to make a path for the Magpies and cannot get through, so they'll have a secondary stoppage. Cross half forward. Umpire Goodridge throws the ball in the air. Crisp wins the tap at ground level. Nitschke runs onto the footy. He's strong. Simmons is equally as strong for the Magpies. Then handballs it along the ground to Robinson. Robinson along the line finds Huntley. Huntley ran out of room and stepped over the boundary line. And we'll have a ball in. 49 playing 8. Castlemaine just not playing with the same intensity we saw them against Golden Square here a couple of weeks ago. Crisp in the ruck against Coleman. Coleman probably won it on that occasion, but tapped it straight down the throat of Geddes of the Bloods. Geddes to half forward now for the Bloods again. Ball spills, tracking the footy in the area was Hardingham. Still across half forward now, Bloods. McConaughey doing some strong hard work. Templeton picked it up, give it by hand to Niski. Niski on the left, sends it forward. Magpies under pressure now. Picked up, hurried shot at goal by Harker. And it's Skinny, and in fact just makes it in for a minor score. That takes it to 50 playing 8, a 42-point margin, Mick.
Nitschke, best on ground for me so far. His ability to find the ball at the contest but also explode away from contest with that turn of speed that he has, very impressive early on.
Skinny, an interesting description. I was grateful I'm skinny when I was going back to my car the other day. 2 cars parked almost next to each other. I almost had to be the size of an ant to get in. As, well, not the usual description, Skinny, as Simmons kicks in and goes to half back, yes. Bringing life into this broadcast this afternoon.
Come on, the game's not over now, Jack.
I was wondering where you're going with that, Jacko.
McGregor Cameron taps it down.
He's
got support. Thanks, Johnny. His hand pass goes astray. Speak for yourself, I'd suggest. Goes to Jack Fallon. He goes wide, finds Zach Hare. He has a flying shot at goal. Off the left boot. It's going to fall short. Off hands. Goes to the tip of the goal square and rushed through for a minor score by the Castlemaine defence. 7-9-51. South Bendigo. Castlemaine 1-8. Score sponsor Parsons Towing. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Darby Simmons plays on from fullback and sends it to the train side. Oh, Hartley jumped, got his hands on the footy, had a piece of it. Coleman though picked up the handball. He put it in the direction of young Cooper Mark. He couldn't find space, and we'll have a stoppage on the outer side wing. So the Magpies looking to score. They're kicking to the Golden Street end. They haven't really looked like it this afternoon as yet. Templeton, a hurried handball, turns it over. Zave Murley on the end of a handball for the Magpies. Gets collared, took too long. Advantage of plays. Series of handballs ends up with Langley. Langley of the Bloods inside forward 50, but it's an intercept. Now the Magpies will bring it back the other way. It's a bounce. Seba Hogg, he'll go to half forward. Looks for Byrne. 1-on-1 at 49. It fell to him. Then he puts it to the outside of the boot. 1-on-1 in the goal square. They run towards the boundary line. McLennan did well for the Magpies, but the Bloods were strong in defence as well. We'll have a ball in 20 around from goal for the Bloods.
Their first inside forward 50 for the quarter, Johnny.
It is, and they have not added to their quarter time score so far. Ball's tossed back in. Hartley, beautiful hand pass. Bailey Henderson, he turns around and kicks a terrific goal. A ripper has been described by Mick Delaney. So Castlemaine go to 2-2-14. South Bendigo lead 7-9-51. Score sponsor Bendigo City Framers. Here's Mick Delaney, local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
That was a ripper goal there by Bailey Henderson. Hartley taking the ball out of the ruck, straight to Henderson. He shrugged 2 tackles there, went back on the opposite and snapped a nice goal, Johnny. Goal of the day so far.
Mick, I need to go back and mention Oscar Giddings. That run that he brought off the half back line there, he was able to rebound it out, take the ball through the middle. Castlemaine haven't been able to do that at all today, so if they can get that run going off half back, it's going to make a huge difference.
Thank you, Cam. I didn't realise it was Oscar Giddings. He's been good, a good young player, son of Corey. As we come back in the middle, that was a lot better from the Magpies, that build-up. Umpire will throw it up. Up they'll go. Crisp wins the tap for the Bloods. Ground level, trying to burst his way through his homes of the Bloods, but the Magpies will win it out of the middle. Hurry kick again now towards Huntley. Huntley gathered and then he gets collared. He didn't have time, didn't have space. On the right half forward towards the Galton Street end. There'll be a ball up. Crisp against Coleman. Hurry kick out of the pack came from Harker. Short little give to Haddo. Haddo now the Bloods to half forward. Diving Brock Harvey. And he should go back and have a shot, albeit he's 60 out from home. Kicks it into the goal square. It was a little 9-eye and it went about 50 metres. Matt Cameron, a fresh airy, right on the goal line. Magpies clear now. Came through McConaughey and he spreads it wide and Cal Huntley will slow it down for the Pies.
He's got it at half back in front of the South Bendigo dugout where Troy Coates, the co-coach, watches on along with Jack Fallon. He coached Kerrang to 6 flags, did Troy Coates, a terrific operator, but that clearance was not good from Huntley. And Nitsky helps to get it back inside 50. Now to McGregor Cameron for South Bendigo. It was quick transportation of the football there, Mick Delaney, and now Callum Chris, McGregor Cameron, I should say, will line up for goal from directly in front.
That is elite by South Bendigo, getting the ball to the outside. And Nitschke again just powering away from the contest, lacing out Matt Cameron on the lead, and he's lining up 35 out straight in front.
For the 8th major of the afternoon, he'll kick off the left boot, looks good, and goes straight through. So Matt Cameron with the Bloods 8th to go to 8-9-57 over Castlemaine 2-2-14. Our score sponsor is Parsons Towings as we head down to the boundary with Cameron Power on Local Footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
This has got real danger signs written all over it for Castlemaine. When they haven't got the footy, South Bendigo's pressure is absolutely immense, but when South Bendigo do have the footy, the way that they're handballing and hitting these first options, it's probably something that I think's really started Castlemaine in this game. So they're going to really struggle to move the ball with this South Bendigo pressure, and they're copping it the other way when they have the ball. So not looking good for Castlemaine.
Back in the middle we go. It's another restart. Crisp. Well, Coleman won it, but it ended up in the hands of Nitsky of the Bloods. They'll go forward again, the Bloods, deep inside, forward 50. Harvey, 2 against 1. The one was Harvey, and he took a nice, strong mark contested and dragged it in directly in front.
That was a ripper grab, Johnny. 2 against 1, worked his way off his opponent. The Castlemaine defender tried to come over the top and help spoil, still held his ground, and here he is for goal number 4.
He's looking unstoppable down in the forward zone. Harvey is on his game. Every player is forward of centre. Every single player into the Bloods forward zone. So Harvey, directly in front. And shanked it. Well, you give a bloke a rap. I'd marked it down to get it in the highlights reel, Mick, and he just slotted it through for a minor one. It deserved better. It's now 52 playing 15.
It definitely deserved better. Fantastic mark there, but unable to finish. He'd be disappointed in that.
Reece Jenkins has the footy, goes about 60 metres to centre half back, and he wants Bodie Robinson, ball fist away from him. Good pick up by Ollie Turnbull. He combines with Tom Templeton inside the centre. There's a chain of hand passes. It's like a pinball machine. It's not going anywhere constructively though at the moment. Alex Davis is wrapped up, the former Calibre United Demon, right in the centre circle. We will have a ball up. Here's John Hunter on It's Fresh Live.
Shout out to the family up in Echuca, Josh Adamson and Ashley, listening loud and clear through TuneIn Radio. Down here at the Camp Reserve, well, they're as good as family, they may as well be. Up in Moama, good part of the world, Echuca, Moama, Jackson.
It is, and of course both those clubs looking to join the Bendigo Football League in coming years, too. Echuca in the Goulburn Valley League and Moama in the Murray League.
Up they go in the ruck. It'll be Crisp for the Bloods, tapped it towards Haddo. Dave Murley won it though for the Magpies, and he's been sat on a little bit today, if that's a term, I'd reckon, Mick, don't you think?
Yeah, he's been quiet. Nitschke with 5 clearances this quarter already.
Up they go in the ruck. Coleman, a little cute tap to the back door. Murley was there, picked it up. He was under pressure. Niski steals it though for the Bloods. His kick smothered by Murley of the Magpies. Causes a turnover. Coleman, the big ruckman. Now they're out to McConaughey. In fact, it's Henderson. Henderson with 2 bounces to half forward. Goals are open. Boone will run onto it. He needs to grab it because it'll shy to the left. and go in for a minor score, but impressive build-up. That now takes it to 16 playing 52 South Bendigo lead.
Zach Sims gets it from Jasper Langley with the kick in. Zach Sims decides to play on. He goes by hand to Hayden Geddes into the centre square, back edge of it, received by Tom Templeton off the left boot, the former Noosa Team of the Decade player, to half forward. Can't spot up a target. Ball spills towards Sims. Castlemaine with good defensive numbers, and a ball up will be the result. 55 metres away from the Bloods' goal.
That last passage of play was set up from a great smother from Jace Coleman, and like their last goal, they're able to rebound off half-back. They're not getting their hands on it in the midfield, so they've got to be able to run and rebound off half-back if they're going to get back into this game.
Merley tries to make a path, and he handballed it over the top. It was okay to Huntley. Huntley then went in the direction of Jardine. Offering support is Sheen. Sheen handball into McLennan. McLennan back to Sheen, who ran on. Back to McLennan. Oh, it's a bit severe to him. They're going to cough up. Overpossessed the footy in the end, Mick, through Harper, and we'll have a ball up.
This is probably Castlemaine's best 5 minutes of the game so far, and by no coincidence, Michael Hartley's dropped back behind the ball.
So let's take a deep breath here. Magpies trying to find something here. They've lifted a little here. Sheen's been relatively quiet. He's got Templeton. Cameron grabbed it out of the air for the Bloods. Handball it straight to a teammate, and they'll work it nicely. It went from Harker, then to Rusbridge, then Rusbridge deep in forward 50 now for the Bloods. Of course, Harvey is the target. Overran the footy. Simmons grabbed it for the Magpies. He overcooked it. Then it went to Zimmerman of the Bloods. Turnover. Back from whence it came. Deep inside forward 50. Jenkins overran the footy. Brooks is there for the Bloods. He'll go one way then the other. Handball inboard finds Sims. Sims of the Bloods to the top of the square. Seems to be a sea of Bloods everywhere. Magpies under possession. Picked up by Zimmerman. Good smother. Bloods, they're trying everything, but they're holding way here, the Magpies. Harrison Sheen did well. Ball spills out to 50 now, and I'll take a deep breath, Jacko, because the intensity was up, and we'll have a stoppage.
Very much, and well deserved. A magnificent smother from Castlemaine there inside their defensive 50. Ball to be thrown up in the right contest. McGregor Cameron taps it down. Merley's lurking too. Comes out now to the Bloods, Cohen Harker. He kicks it forward. Reece Jenkins intercepts, gets it back for the Magpies. At Dustin Martin, don't argue if you don't mind. Went about 60 metres to half back. Whistle blown, free kick to South Bendigo for a push. And so it's with Xavier Holmes, who wastes no time. They sent it deep here to South Bendigo. Flying shot at goal was touched on the goal line though from Geddes, and just a behind. 8-11, 59 are the Bloods. Castlemaine 2-3-15. Score sponsor, Jason Westcott Builder.
So, hurried. They need to. Castlemaine with the footy. When they do get it, they look very impressive. It's long to the outer side, but not impressive on that occasion. That's just when I say impressive, it's in patches. They're not just putting it together neatly as the Bloods are. Bloods look a class above at the moment. Rusbridge spreads it wide, finds Hare. In fact, it might be Haddo. No, Hare. It was the former. They both got the long sleeves on. They look alike when they move. Hare, the co-skipper, sends it back whence it came, backwards in order to come forward. We've got almost a mini reverse horseshoe.
Love that, Johnny.
That was a mini one. You like that, Adam, too. Ended up on the wing with Brooks. Brooks will now go shallow inside forward 50. They'll set themselves. Crisp, a double clutcher. Juggled it. He was too tall, too good, Mick, and he's taken a strong mark.
Really impressive by South Bendigo. They realised that Castlemaine had dropped 2 behind the ball, and we're just sitting about 50 metres behind the ball, behind the play. They switched the ball, changed up the angles, and here we have Chris lining up for goal.
This is where we thought Castlemaine would fall down. The height area up forward for the Bloods. Plus Castlemaine have lost Brodie Brown curve for the game. Crisp, it goes to the line. Coleman is right on the goal line for the Magpies. Make sure it's touched for a minor score, which goes to 8-12, 60 to 15.
In your words, Johnny, he kicked that like a ruckman.
That's right.
He did. Brought back into play by Hunter Staples. Long kick. Too wide though. Was wanting McClellan. Went out of bounds on the full with the breeze. So that's a disappointing error for the side there. South Bendigo will take the free kick. Gingell Street side wing, and Toby Hardingham will be the recipient. Norm Jenkins, some of the stats so far in this second term.
Yeah, so far in the second term, South Bendigo have been inside 50 10 times, Castlemaine only 3. Intercept marks, it's been interesting. There's been 2 to South Bendigo, none so far to Castlemaine in this quarter.
Railway wing now. Bloods take possession. Handball out to Geddes. Geddes of the Bloods will go inside forward 50. It's turnover. Harrison Sheen for the Magpies on the end of a handball. It was a good old 1-2. Now it's a long ball. It'll sit and prop across half forward, 10 metres in from the boundary line. It's only the Bloods into the vicinity, and Davis is the man with a footy. Kicked it down the line towards the timekeeper's box. Reece Jenkins come over the top with a fist for the Magpies and safely put it out of bounds, and we'll have a ball in.
Interesting to see Castlemaine here, Jacko, going very small forward of centre, looking to just get the ball however they can and just try and generate some run.
The thoughts of Mick Delaney on It's Live, local fresh footy. Zach Hare does well with the football, combines with Rusbridge, who at half-back goes into the centre of the ground. Castlemaine have numbers here. Archie Rickson is after it. So too is Bailey Henderson. Feeds the hand pass wide. Good tackling from both sides. Here's a chance at centre half forward. Castlemaine, though, still the party. And they work it out to centre wing. They want Bailey Henderson on the Railway side. Here at Camp Reserve. The Magpies work it to half forward. Jake Rusbridge edges his opponent underneath the football, gets the footy back and goes to Haddo for the Bloods.
So they're away now off half back. Good strong tackling. The Magpies through Hunter Staples ran him down. The player was Holmes with the footy, he was out. And now the Magpies with a chance as it goes inside forward 50. Back of the pack is Jardine. Swoops on it, puts it to the outside of the boot and was too cute. Was far too cute. He just needed it to dribble it in and ends up hitting the point post and it's out of bounds. Mick, I can't believe it. He ran into an open goal basically.
He muffed it. That's what he did.
He muffed it. Umpire, throw it in. Oh, that just went begging. Now it's at the top of the goal square. Good strong tackling Magpies. Still 10 metres out. Jardine has a chance to redeem himself and does.
Bit going on behind the play.
The footy went around the booty on the left and popped it through. Jason Westcott Builder score sponsor, local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live, Castlemaine, 3-3-21. They trail to 8-12-60 and Mick, he'll be thanking his lucky stars after that early blue.
Yeah, absolutely. Good way to get one back there, but just a little bit of a push and shove. The boys out in the ground just getting accustomed to their first and last names, getting nice and close and personal.
Bit of musical entertainment here by some of the fans too, as Jace Coleman, the former Reservoir player, crossed from there last season to be at Magpie Land in season 2026.
While there's a ball up, Broadford have kicked 2 goals in the first half. First time in a game where they've kicked goals in the first half of footy. They're 2 straight 12 Golden Square, 10-7-67.
Thanks for that insight. Cameron Power on the boundary in the centre. Could have been given a free kick, the South Bendigo player Brody Haddo. Umpire said no. I thought he may have been held on to for a prolonged period of time. And Callan Huntley is exchanging in some friendly fire with Brody Haddo too. Dean Goodrich just dismisses it and throws the ball aloft and keeps the proceedings moving along as the kick from Harrison Sheen comes forward. Hunter Staples, in fact.
He was dealt with after he kicked the football, so it's a downfield free kick.
It is, thanks
to that. It might have been against Harker, I think.
And it will be a free kick downfield, as you've described, aptly, to Bailey Henderson. He's got it 51 metres out from goal, and if there's someone who can kick it from here, it's him. And you know him very well, Mick Delaney. Yeah. He played in a flag with Strathstorm in 2019 when you were the assistant coach.
Exceptional talent, having played some footy at Richmond VFL as well, Bailey. I'm backing him in from here, but this has stepped up a notch. The intensity.
Bailey Henderson, it has, for their 3rd goal in this term, and in fact it would be 3 of the 5 goals in this term if he converts. His miss, though, has Henderson to the right-hand side. Norm Jenkins was shaking his head, so too was the goal umpire. 3-4-22. The Magpies, South Bendigo, 8-12-60.
Davies kicked it into Templeton. Templeton now swing it wide to broadcast side to Holmes. Holmes by hand finds Brooks. Brooks a 20-metre handball over the top that was effective to Turnbull. Turnbull had Holmes running on. Now to the Bloods. Good build-up. Inside forward 50 they go. Good attack at the footy there by the Magpies through Oscar Giddings, a good young player. Puts it over the boundary line with a telling fist. And inside forward 50 now for the Bloods will have a ball in.
That was not much better going forward, but just clean, wasn't it? Just using that link handball, and before you know it, they've only kicked it twice and they're already 50 out from goal.
Cameron and Coleman to renew acquaintances in the ruck contest. Sharked beautifully by Cohen Harker. Opens up the goal mouth and set sails another goal through. It's a major. And South Bendigo go to 9 goals, 12-66. Cohen Harker now has his second for the afternoon. They lead Castlemaine 3-4-22. Our score sponsor is Don's Small Goods. Is Don is good. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
That was unreal. The tap from Cameron in the ruck to the ankles of Harker, and he's picked it up one-handed. You could hear the crowd going, ooh, and then as he's kicked it and it sailed through the that's the goal of the day.
That was right in front of me down here. That was just shows a player that is a class above at the moment out here. He's on fire. Read that tap to absolute perfection and the finish as well.
A man renowned for his oohs and ahs is Cameron Power at ground level. As we go back into the middle for the restart. Crisp against Coleman, who's done all the ruck work this afternoon for the Magpies. They're going to win it through the middle now. It's a long ball through Henderson. Spreads it wide to Huntley. It was Huntley's ankles, and again we see the boundary line winning on that occasion from Cal Huntley. And we'll have a ball in.
Just need to control possession here.
Magpies in attack. They need another, well, they need more than another. They're trailing. They've kicked 3-4 all day to 9-12. Crisp grabs it out of the air for the Bloods. It's a hurried kick off the side of the boot. Contested ball, ground level. Might be a free kick to the Bloods. It is, looks like we've had a jumper change with the Bloods as well.
Yes, Jack English with the football there, the under-18s premiership player for Sandhurst in 2024. He goes up the centre of the ground. They've worked it towards McGregor Cameron, but Hartley has taken it back for Castlemaine. He drives it to half forward. He wants Hunter Staples, McLennan also in the vicinity, but South Bendigo have numbers and they combine. Crisp over the top now to Xavier Holmes, then to Zach Sims. Kicking, attacking side of centre wing, inside 50. Pack develops, offhand, Saxon Sieberhob got boot to ball for Castlemaine. It bounced fortuitously out there on the wing, and they get it further down the line through Jenkins. Not far though, because Callum Chris gets it back for South Bendigo, and now to Rusbridge.
Rusbridge goes long, shallow inside forward 50. Tracking in the back was Haddo. Gathered it with one hand, looks to find a space. He does by hand, gives it to Smith-Ralph. Alexander Smith-Ralph right to the goal square. Mac Cameron was his target, but Hartley did well. Popped it through for a minor score, which will take it to 9-13-67. The Bloods 3-4-22, the Magpies.
Hartley to another big man, and he wanted Jason Coleman, who...
I've just spoken to Jack Fallon down here. Sorry, Jackson. He is done for the day. He's got ice on his knee. He tells me it's only precautionary, but he won't be playing any more minutes today.
Jack Fallon you're talking about?
Yeah, Jack Fallon from South Bendigo.
Well, I hadn't called him for a while, Cam, so that makes sense now. He's usually pretty good in the contest. Now, Murley for the Magpies. The ball spills wide, caused a turnover to Sims. Now the Bloods will go inside forward 50, and Cal McConaughey is a candidate. Cam, you're doing it this afternoon, a candidate for our $100 sponsorships award, $100 from Bendigo City Framers. Harrison Sheen is out, received it for the Magpies, on the wing, one bounce, now he'll kick it into space, running onto it for the Magpies. It's a good little collect by Archie Rickson, then he lost it, then it's the Bloods, and Archie Rickson was a little bit frustrated. He gave a little push to Langley and it was downfield, and Templeton gets the free kick.
He does indeed, goes to half forward. Callum McConaughey in those blue boots, you mentioned him a moment ago, there he is again in this passage of play. He's been terrific so far today. We'll have a ball up.
Buddy Robinson in a bit of trouble too, Mick, keep an eye on that.
Grabbing at the outside of his leg, hopefully he's alright.
Approaching the last stages of this second term, the opening half of footy, as the ball's in the centre. Alex Davis fists it forward again for South Bendigo. Ball comes once again though to McConaughey. It's out wide, and Castlemaine are taking the game on right in front of our broadcast position. Harrison Sheen, foot pass delightful, straight to Bailey Henderson, who has already kicked one today. A great player, short player over the top, and how could Harrison Sheen be so loose? Mick Delaney inside attacking 50, only about 35 metres out from goal.
Yeah, loose checking there by South Bendigo, let their guard down. Harrison Sheen, nice little run down the wing there, but just worked forward of centre, and instead of Bailey Henderson kicking it on the boundary 50 metres out, Sheehan's now got a shot 35 out from a 45-degree angle.
He kicked the first goal for Castlemaine, their only goal, in fact, in that opening quarter, 2. So far in this term, 3 goals to South Bendigo, 2 to Castlemaine. It'll be 3 goals apiece if he converts this. And this would certainly give the Magpies a lot of confidence as they approach the major interval. Harrison Sheehan off the right boot. Kick is tremendous. Castlemaine go to 4-4-28. South Bendigo a 9-13-67. Our score sponsor is Jason Westcott Builder. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh live, and here's Mick Delaney.
Interestingly enough, Jacko, when Harrison Sheehan kicked that, he clapped his hands and turned around and thought he'd missed it, but the old helicopter type style, it swung back nicely, Johnny.
He must have known, didn't he? Because he did. He celebrated. Now, Mick, I'll get your thoughts in a tick, but do you think it's the Bloods have backed off, or Castlemaine increased their intensity? Or is it a bit of both?
No, definitely Castlemaine have increased their intensity, been a bit sharper around the ball and been good shucking these hit-outs.
Back into the middle, Mac Cameron now doing it for the Bloods. Magpies might win it through the middle. A little soccer ball by Henderson. He just didn't quite get it, but he fought hard by hand. Gave it to Huntley. Huntley will run to 50. Goalward, and he kicks a minor score. Did everything right, but put it through for a big one. I was up and about, I'll tell you what. It's now 4-5-29 to 9-13-67 Bloods.
Just while that last goal was being kicked, Bodie Robinson finally made his way off the ground in the hands of the trainer, so I'll get an update on him, but looking likely he might be done for the day as well.
Zach Hare gets it from Hayden Geddes with the kick in, and the skipper goes from the back pocket to half back. Ollie Turnbull close to the boundary line, but Castlemaine get it back through Ben McConaughey. Inside attacking 50 now. South Bendigo have numbers across half back. Leading the charge is Cohen Harker among a wall of Bloods players that included McGregor Cameron. So Cameron will fly in this ruck exchange with Coleman. He taps it down, and they do well with the clearance. South Bendigo, Harker up to the centre of the ground, but it's been intercepted, and Saxon Seaber-Hobb for the Magpies has it right in the centre circle.
Seaber-Hogg now, short pass 30 metres forward. Oh, it's ineffective. His target, he missed it, was Murley. Harker for the Bloods marked it across centre half back. Harker now, short pass, makes Turnbull work, and he just picked it up off the deck nicely. He's got Hare running shotgun, gives it to Hare by hand. Hare of the Bloods, back to Harker, gets collared by Henderson, the Magpies. Could cause a turnover. It will now. It'll be a long ball by Cooper Mark. Runs onto it, Brodie Byrne hard up against the boundary line, and he hits Sheehan right on the chest. Good lead, good build-up, and he'll line them up in a pretty tough spot, as I've previously described, Mick.
Yeah, difficult pocket to kick from, but this has definitely stepped up a notch, Johnny. The intensity from Castlemaine has stepped up. Their ball use has stepped up. Their disposal efficiency has stepped up, and by no coincidence, they've probably been better this quarter than South Bendigo.
Harrison Sheehan. He'll have to cross the mark of 50. 10 metres in from the boundary line. It's a difficult pocket. We say it all the time. It's where the broadcast truck from the Little Red Apple is, and he kicks a score. You wait till the left footer gets a kick here, and I guarantee you he will kick a goal. Trust me. Minor score 4-6-30 to 9-13-67 Bloods lead.
Never trust a man that says trust me.
I'm a left footer, I know.
Bodie Robinson suggesting it's just a stinger. He's not going to play out the remainder of the half with only 2 minutes to go, but he should be right to come back on in the second half. Good news.
Zach Hare to the back pocket for Hayden Geddes. Over the top, has to be precise for Haddo was, but he dropped the sitter. He was under siege from Harrison Sheehan, and he's been penalised for holding the ball. Maybe a bit unlucky, but Sheehan, full credit to him, he created his opportunity. Harrison Sheehan right in front of our broadcast position, with thanks to our sponsor, the Little Red Apple. As Sheehan's kick was ill-directed, he wanted Callum McConaughey. He had time to recover, though, thankfully for his sake. He switches play to the Railway side. Now Hunter Staples has the footy. 2 kicks out from goal, about 60 metres out from goal. Hunter Staples, he decides to play on. He hoists it to the tip of the goal square. Harrison Sheehan is there. He read that brilliantly. It was as if he had a magnifying glass or telescopic vision, because he just read the flight of the ball perfectly. It landed in his chest, and now he can line up for his 3rd goal of this contest and his 2nd of this term. Mick Delaney, how good was that?
That was pretty good, wasn't it, Jacko? Third mark inside forward 50 for Harrison Sheen in the last 8 minutes as well.
Here's across it is Mick Delaney, the former coach of Witchy Proof Narrowport and All Boss. Harrison Sheen with the pink boots, flamboyant as he sees the footy hit the paint of his boots, but it's gone off course and just a behind. Disappointing anticlimax. 4-7-31 if you're a Castlemaine supporter. South Bendigo 9-13-67. Score sponsor is Bendigo City Framers. Local footy, it's the place we want to be. It is Fresh Live.
Zach Hare, short pass to Geddes. Haiti Geddes. Well done, Rickson. Rickson jumped in front of him and smothered the footy, but they've still got the numbers through Hare. And he turned it over and kicked it straight to Harrison Sheen. Doesn't want to have a shot on this occasion. He centres the ball. He's got Henderson corridor, and the man on the mark stands at 47.9 metres, if not closer, Jackson. And Henderson will line up. They need it just to give him that sniff before half-time.
Should have probably kicked the last two, but that was another inside forward 50 mark for Sheehan. 4 now inside the last 10 minutes, so definitely finding the ball, but yeah, this is a coach or captain's goal that needs to be kicked here to keep him in it at half-time.
Bailey Henderson, son of Dean, another Castlemaine and others at other clubs. Champion player here, premiership player. Bailey Henderson right on the siren. It won't be a goal and it won't be a score, and things stand exactly as they are. 9-13-67 to 4-7-31. The Bloods with a decent lead here, Jackson.
Very much so. Looking forward to bringing you the stats from Norm Jenkin after our halftime break. Also scores from other games. It is South Bendigo leading here in our broadcast game at Camp Reserve. 9-13-67 to Castlemaine. 4-7-31. The only multiple goal kicker so far in this contest. There's 2 of them. Brock Harvey has 3 and Cohen Harker 2, and Harrison Sheehan for Castlemaine has 2 majors. We'll give you full scores in other games in the Bendigo Football League shortly. Plenty more still to come as part of our coverage. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
I was going to grab Harry, but Jacko threw the break before I could get to him.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry about that.
That's all right. I was literally about to grab him, and then I heard you started spilling to go to the break. I'm like, I'm not going to jump in when you've already started throwing with the adder. So. Yeah, I was just looking at it. It's level now, isn't it?
Oh, that was 1 goal.
We're down by 7 points. 7 points down with 6. 16 to play, 7 points.
You know what's better than a Big 4 bank?
A bank that's bigger for me.
Bigger for making my money work harder.
And helping my business make it.
Bigger for helping us to buy a home.
Bigger for the community I care about.
My bank is bigger for what matters most.
As one of Australia's most trusted banks, millions of Aussies know that Bendigo Bank is bigger for them.
And we're bigger for you.
Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
My name is Daniel Bowman. I'm a cladding supplier. The company name is Architectural Cladding Supplies. We manufacture, produce basically any cladding sort of available that can be rolled out of a soft feed ColourBond material. We target roofers, cladders, builders, really anyone that wants to sort of get involved with this type of cladding. We try to be a bit of a one-stop type roofing shop. We have all of them and some that the others don't have. We educate people how it's done and we sort of get it out there and make it happen.
G'day everyone, I'm the Suburban Footballer and I'm here to tell you to download the Local Footy Hub app. Inside this one-stop app, you will find live scores, fixtures, ladders, leading goal kickers and best players, game replays and highlights, latest news, player and coach interviews, shows, podcasts, and full team and player statistics. Actually, can I stop you just there for a sec? It says for all your team and individual stats. Like, just for argument's sake, if someone at my work got on the app, could they see how many possessions I'd had the week before? Oh, they can. I reckon, like, do you really need that? Footy's a team sport. Who cares about individual statistics? I reckon the rest of the app is great, can't fault it. But just get rid of that individual statistics bit. I mean, who cares? Download the Local Footy Hub app. Everything you need, all in one app, including individual stats.
Are you looking to promote your business? This could be a great way to reach the local footy community. How do we get your name out there? We can provide banner and native advertising in our news feeds and socials, reaching thousands of people every week. We can run video ads before every game replay that gets watched by thousands of people each week. We can run promotional videos like this one about your business during quarter time breaks for all of our live stream games. Contact us now to find out how you can book a trial.
Everybody down there just in the old days and people down there watching it and see it. They put it up there and people get the sun. Whereas every other where's Father Jackson in his hands, skinny hands? Yeah, good to see you.
No, you're doing too much. Hey, but you speak when you spoke to them.
Good.
That's really encouraging. It's especially in the league. Skinny, so skinny, couldn't get through.
Comes all right, they're all part of it.
It's a good place to be.
Absolutely. Oh, they lost by 5 goals. They go,
The difference in that quarter was John Castlemaine got turnovers when they had work. In the first quarter, when they got turnovers, and they didn't turn the ball over themselves that quarter. It's only twice that South actually got a turnover and 3 times they didn't.
That's what I
Kevin?
I reckon I think Wayne Russell's how's Marie going? Yeah, just why is she excited?
It's half-time. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live, our broadcast game in this round 3 Bendigo Football Netball League clash between South Bendigo and Castlemaine, and it is at the major interval. South Bendigo leading 9-13-67 over Castlemaine 4-7-31. Father Jackson, John Hunter, Mick Delaney, Norm Jenkin and Cameron Power with you, our broadcast team, with Ray Pinner and Glenn Gordon helping us both here at the ground and back in the studio. Goal kickers to half-time in this contest. So for South Bendigo, they have kicked 9 goals, 3 of which have come from Brock Harvey, 2 from Cohen Harker, 1 each from Brody Haddo, McGregor Cameron, Callum Crisp and Zach Sims. For the Castlemaine Magpies, 2 goals to Harrison Sheehan, 1 each to Ben Jardine and Bailey Henderson. In other games at half-time, progress scores, so I can tell you that in the game between Eagle Hawk and Kangaroo Flat, it's the Hawks 5-7-37 over Kangaroo Flat 4-4-28. In the game at Gardner Reserve, it is Gisborne who lead 8-9-57 to Strathfield Say 4-5-29, and Golden Square lead 12-7-79 over Broadford 2 straight 12. Half-time in the Heathcote District Football League, thanks to Wayne Smith, it is Mount Pleasant who lead Huntley 9-12-66 over the Hawks 3-3-21. Brody Leonard Shannon has kicked 3 goals and Joel Wharton 2, so 2 former Sandhurst players doing well there for the Blues. And Colburn Abbon in another game leads 7-5-47 over North Bendigo 5-6-36. Before we look at better players and some statistics in this clash so far here at Camp Reserve, Norm Jenkin, your thoughts to half-time and any updates you may have from the Maryborough Castlemaine District Football League.
Well, in the Maryborough Castlemaine District Football League, for starters, half-time, Harcourt 10-9-69, Denali 1-4-10, and a progress score, Navarre 5-2-32 to Newstead 3-3-21 in the game of the round in the MC2 FNL today.
Appreciate that. Take us through all the stats, please, Norm, that you have until the major break.
Well, in that quarter, centre clearances went 4-3 the way of South Bendigo. Inside 50s even 2, 13 South Bendigo, 11 Castlemaine. But one of the big changes that quarter were turnovers, and Castlemaine were able to affect 7 turnovers, and from that they got the ball forward and put 3 goals on the board. They also had 4 intercept marks. South Bendigo had 3 intercept marks and only 2 turnovers. Didn't protect the ball. They didn't protect the ball as well as they had in the first quarter with all those turnovers to Castlemaine, and that's what got Castlemaine back in the game. When they got the football, they were able to get it forward, and they didn't make the most of their opportunities, but they did reasonably well with their opportunities. They probably missed 3 goals that would have put them right back in this game.
To half-time, the better players for South Bendigo in your eyes, please, Mick Delaney.
Nitschke took a step up that quarter. He was really good. Just his explosion of pace away from contest and able to use the ball well and hit up his forwards, he really stood out. But it's been Templeton, Harker and the Rucks, Crisp and Cameron, given their inside and under midfielders first use, going forward of centre as well. And Harvey has kicked 3 so far, could have had 5. I feel like he probably needs to kick another couple, Johnny, in order just to solidify this 5-goal lead, because even though it is 30 points, Castlemaine finished that quarter or that half really well.
They did. They just had some opportunities they really should have kicked. Now, from a player perspective, and we will be giving the award, Cameron Power will be judging the best player on the ground from our perspective for the sponsorship award, $100 voucher from Bendigo City Framers. But I thought Henderson started to come back into the game at times on that occasion. Michael Hartley showed some patches where he's been better, but he's a great player and he needs to really step up if they're going to win, obviously. And at ground level, Harrison Sheen, I forget that he's only 20 years of age. He's been playing, he's 20 years of age. I was speaking to his old man, who I affectionately call Moose, as everyone else does. Moose. But he's been playing senior footy for 5 years, so that's why we think him as a bit older, and certainly over the summer months, he's really matured. His level of game, on next level. So I thought from Castlemaine's perspective, he's probably best on ground.
He's got a bit of X factor, doesn't he?
He does.
Like he was quieter in that first quarter, but they swung him forward and played him deep. And as we said during that second quarter, 4 marks inside forward 50. He kicked a goal, missed 2 set shots on goal, but it could easily be 3 or even 2 goals the margin had of Castlemaine capitalised on their dominance late in that half.
Purely with the coach's hat on, which you are. Not right now, you're not a coach.
No.
Who wins this game based on what we've just seen in that? Well, I know the full half, but just in that last 10 minutes of that second term, do Castlemaine continue on, or have they had their puff at it and maybe they might back off a bit?
Oh, it's hard to say, Johnny. South Bendigo looked really good for a quarter and a half, and then Castlemaine definitely had the better of it in the last 15 minutes, but they're 30 points up. They should realistically be probably 8 goals up if you take the 9 goals 13 into consideration. If the likes of Templeton and Harker continue to get first use out of the middle, it's going to be by how much. But Castlemaine again at the later half of that quarter started to read or started to shark the ruckmans in Crisp and Cameron. So if they can continue to do that, we saw what happened in the last quarter here at Camp Reserve against Golden Square in round number 1, Johnny, where they powered over the top of Golden Square and won the game.
Yes, well, they're interesting insights, and it's so important that teams finish strongly. We're moments away from this third term getting underway too, so very much looking forward to what this third quarter may bring. Castlemaine really had the ascendancy, it felt at times, in that second term.
Certainly did. And, well, don't go anywhere. If you're sitting at home listening, this game is still on, and if you're around town, potentially, well, of course, they call it the Premiership Quarter, where Castlemaine trail. They are 4-7-31. They had their chances in the dying moments of that second term. They trail 9-13-67. Just about to get the third term underway here at Camp Reserve. An important game here in the context of the season, albeit it's early. These are the games, the home games, that need to be won to, make sure you give it your best shot in the August and September months. Local footy, the place we want to be. Fresh live. It's round 3 for the third term. Castlemaine versus South Bendigo. Here's father Jackson Saunders.
Callum Chris, the interleague ruckman from last year, and Jason Coleman, one of the star recruits of the league. They go in the ruck contest. It was Chris that got the tap out. He gets the crumb too, but can't get the clean use of the footy. So Coleman instead got it to Bailey Henderson, who's wrapped up and tackled. Penalised for holding the ball. Advantage paid. Chance for South Bendigo. They run inside 50. They want McGregor Cameron. They can't get him. Henderson defended well, and it goes through for a run behind. So Hartley there, terrific, was able to guide it through. So that means they go to 9-14-68. The Bloods, Castlemaine 4-7. Hartley's long kick wanted Hunter Staples. Instead, Chris reobtains the footy, goes to Zimmerman. He doesn't even have clean use of the footy. He was held on to shortly. Free kick.
Holding the ball, Jacko.
Well, I disagree actually. Dean Chris didn't see full sight of the football. Your insights on that one, Mick or Cameron, in a moment, because I reckon now to Ben Jardine. He kicks off the left boot. He goes to the centre and finds Byrne.
Goes long now, Byrne. Into the forward 50. Running underneath it was Henderson, but it's showing support with Cooper Mark. Goes goalward and dribbles it, and just sneaks it through for another minor score. So another chance for 8:32. Castlemaine, they trail 9-14-68 the Bloods. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh live.
No way to celebrate the Community Umpire Week than by questioning an umpire's call, Jacko.
Yeah, that's true. I'll cop that one on the chin. Zach Hare wastes no time, kicks in, and a delightful foot pass to Alex Davis, who used to play with the Morong Panthers. He's had a great career to Geddes. Inside, and he wants Toby Hardingham, but he won't find him. Reece Jenkins, in fact, with the free kick. Does well, goes very wide. Harrison Sheehan, he's got it in front of the club rooms, waltzes to half forward, unselfishly looks to lay it off, went to the pocket, wanted Henderson, check side, goal. Magnificent, great team play. Castlemaine have their 5th, 5 goals, 8-38 to South Bendigo, 9 goals, 14-68. Our score sponsor is Parsons Towings. Local footy, the place we want to be. It is Fresh Live.
Sheehan probably a little bit unselfish there, not having that running shot on goal himself, but went to the pocket, found Henderson. Henderson on the inside of his foot, the old banana type style, and glides it through nicely for the first of the half.
Well, the coach asked for it. What do?
You lead from the front, don't you?
Yeah, you give it to him, don't you?
Yeah.
But he's got no worries about losing his spot, Harrison Sheen, because he's been absolutely super. Crisp wins the tap for the Bloods on this occasion, puts it into Templeton. Templeton, a cute little give. Now the Bloods will go inside forward 50 again. Sutherland did well, defensive punch for the Magpies. Simmons a cute one over the top to McConaughey. Cal McConaughey into the middle. To a struggling Jace Coleman. He looks sore, couldn't bend down either. He's had a big afternoon. Just picked up again by Hunter Staples. Emerging with a footy was Niski. Good work, Castlemaine defensively. Hunter Staples again butted up his own ball. And that was a very tired Jace Coleman, the ruckman, was it not?
Yeah, it was. It looks like he's taken a knock in the ruck and just hobbling around at the moment. Hopefully it's just a stinger.
Jace Coleman beaten that time by Callum Crisp. Toe poke by Coleman up to centre half forward. Bouncing between the two sides. Ball, says the crowd. But it would have been an injustice to Jack English had he been penalised for holding the ball. So we'll have a ball up, still on the plane of 50 for the Magpies. They have an enthusiastic crowd here today. Kick around the body from Jasper Langley with the clearance. Not effective though. Taken by Darby Simmons. He's got it for the Pies to half forward. Finds Saxon Sieberhob. 2 kicks out from goal. He shields the sun with his eyes as he surveys options and looks to press forward for the Magpies.
Now he goes long. He decides for a 50-metre ball. Deep in the pocket. They set themselves. No clear winner. Ball spills. Ground level. Running onto it was Huntley. Collected. A don't argue. Slammed it on the left. Goes towards goal. Bounced and just missed. Snuck in again. Just for a minor score, it was so close. 5-9-39 now to 9-14-68. Bloods lead.
Geddes. Callum Crisp wants it long. The interleague ruck from last year. Heads in that direction. The tall timber put his hands up high and he's been paid the mark. So he'll take it in front of the Castlemaine dugout. Gingell Street side wing. Here at Camp Reserve, Brody Haddo is one option. If he heads in that direction, it's a bit longer for McGregor Cameron. Fell into the arms of Haddo in the end of things. Comes to Harker, the former Apsley footballer. Over the top to Zach Sims with those kicks. Inside 50. Waste no time. Brock Harvey used his body well. Toe pokes it towards goal. The goal square is vacant, but Simmons will get back and aid it through for a rush behind. Local footy, it's the place we want to be. South Bendigo 9-14 lead the Magpies 5-9.
Half-time out at Newstead. Half-time 6-4-40 lead Navarre 5-3-33. It's a ball to move quickly by the Magpies out of side. Cal McConaughey received a handball from Henderson. Over the top, the old 1-2. Murley, McConaughey, back to Murley. Makes Murley work. Murley picks it up. Now he slams it on the boot quickly, looking for Byrne. Overcooked it to the back door. Huntley's lurking. Picks it up on the... Stepped over. 20 metres around from Castlemaine goal. Right in front of the club rooms. We'll have a ball in. It's a 30-point margin. Castlemaine deep in attack. They need to get another one on the board just to put some scoreboard pressure here on the Bloods. They've been good the last 20 minutes or so. Up in the ruck now. Chris grabbed it out of the air, gave it to a teammate, slammed it on the boot beyond 50 and kicked it straight to Reece Jenkins, who's too far out from goal to kick it.
I've always enjoyed watching Jenkins play, and this is an exhibition of that. He kicks hurriedly, but with a purpose. Inside 50, Zach Sims, though, got it back. Goes to Hare. He's kicked, bit of a wobbly floater to centre wing. They have numbers back, though, to Castlemaine. Oscar Giddings does well. Combines with Darby Simmons. By hands to Jack Sutherland. Off the left boot. Kick to half forward. Intercepted. Zach Hare back. He combined there with Giddings. Kick to half forward. Back to Vallis. By Ashton Franklin, and Hartley goes up to centre wing.
Yeah, it went up the chimney too a bit and fell to the back door. McLennan's on the end of it, just turned it over, but he fought hard, won it back, handball over the top, making his teammates work, but here for the Bloods was on the forward, football, couldn't grab it, ball spills, Cooper Mark couldn't pick it up, now he fights hard, ground level, Lucky right next to the fence. They look after each other's welfare, and Hardingham did well for the Bloods. As we slow it down right in front of us, and reach out and pick up that bill right in front of me. Umpire will throw it in. ground level. They need to be careful. Hunter Staples needs to watch him. Up they'll go in the ruck. Big Mac Cameron goes straight to Haddo. Haddo handballs. Ooh, it's at the ankles. It made him work. Harker. He's got support. A lot of players around the ball. Spills. It's a foot race. Did well was Franklin. Then coming through with Pitsky of the blood. Ball spills. Running onto the footy was Hardingham again. And at ground level, Franklin again for the Magpies. Ties it up. 20 metres from home for the Bloods. Golden Street End will have a ball up, Jacko. They're all having a crack, aren't they?
They are. It's great to watch. I reckon the intensity of this third term out of the ruck contest, McGregor Cameron, he had a fresh air shot with his boot. It was effective. Went about 20 metres goalward. It's a central position, free kick. Trying to take the advantage, Tom Templeton, but he'll take it back from his set shot. Will Brock Harvey now, who has kicked 3 today, 52 last year, the reigning Ron Best medalist. Mick Delaney, is he as good a full forward as there is in the competition at the moment?
Oh, he's got to be up there, doesn't he? The unfortunate injury to Antonowitz has just opened up that small forward role in South Bendigo's lineup that he has now, and should convert here for his fourth.
Brock Harvey, he'll kick to the scoreboard end to the left-hand side behind. We didn't need any better down. 5-10. 40 the Castlemaine score. South Bendigo 9-15-70. 9-16-70 it reads now. On local footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh live.
Hartley playing behind the ball's going to do the kick-ins now, and it's a tube straight down the middle.
He's got onto it. It's gone not right up into the wing, actually. Now bounces inboard. It's given them some momentum now. The ball is kicked to half forward. Through to Henderson. Henderson takes a mark. Handball on. That's okay. Finds Robinson, who's up and about now after being injured early, but turns it over. He kicked it straight to the opposition, the Bloods. They'll get another shot at it. Jack English. He had 19 on before. Jacko, he's tricking me.
Yes, well, playing mind games perhaps. Over the top to Cohen Harker. Alex Davis is there too. And a stoppage, whistle blown, train adding to the signals and confusion for the players on the ground, but it is a free kick to McGregor Cameron nevertheless. So the patrons on the train will enjoy this spectacle of McGregor Cameron's kick as he kicks a high ball up to the attacking side of centre wing. Cohen Harker is there, excavates the footy out of the pack. Chance for Darby Sevens, does well. They work it across the ground, the Magpies. Cooper Mark gets the footy. He is tackled from behind by Cody Brooks brilliantly, and we'll have a ball up centre wing. Gingell Street side here at Camp Reserve. The scoreboard reads South Bendigo 9-16-70 to Castlemaine 5-9-39.
Read it now, Jackson. The sun's just started to die in its intensity. Long shadows forming here at Camp Reserve on the Gingell Street side. Cal Huntley tried to roost an absolute ball. Had a free carry. He would have been penalised a shot then if it had been playing golf. Eagle Hawk lead Kangaroo flat out at Canterbury Park, 44 playing 35. So the Kangaroos are really competitive this afternoon. Now running onto the footy is Hunter Staples. He goes to half forward for the Magpies. Inside forward 50 the Magpies go. Henderson used his body well and let the ball fall into his midriff. That was smart, Mick.
That was a really good kick by Staples. We're right behind that, Johnny. You could see where Henderson was pointing to where he wanted the ball, and it was like in basketball, just get the ball to where the hand is, and sure enough, kicked it to his advantage, and Bailey Henderson looking to kick Castlemaine's first of the quarter.
Bailey Henderson, the Magpies need it. Pretty much directly in front. Distance won't be a problem. 35 metres, and he punched the air as it hit his boot. That's how confident he was that it would go through, and that it did. 6-9-45 the Magpies. South Bendigo 9-16-70 score. Sponsor Parsons Towing. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh live, and we've gone 12 minutes in this third term. Here's Mick Delaney.
A long time coming, but reward for effort. For me, Castlemaine have been the side on top this quarter, and continuing on that form that they showed towards the back end of the first half. What are they, 4 goals down now? This could be in for a very interesting last quarter, Jacko, if they keep this up.
Very much so. Not only have they been the side on top, they've kicked 2 goals to none so far in this term. The Bloods have added only 3 behinds. Meantime, Morong lead 9.862 to Ingwood 1.28 back in the centre. Nitsky paddles it to his own advantage from the takeout. Guides it to half forward. May even have a shot at goal. Unselfishly, though, lowers the eyes. Wanted Callum Chris. Good defensive work from various defenders. Seven's one of them.
Hartley was good.
Hartley was terrific too. They got it out to Harrison Sheehan, centre wing, Roway side wing, and a stoppage. Good tackling. So we will have a ball up. It's local footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh live. McGregor Cameron to Haddo. Now to Tom Templeton. His kick was smothered beautifully by Harrison Sheen. What a player he is. Pedals it to his advantage at half forward. Loops the hand pass over the top. He's got Byrne, the son of Frank. Kick inside 50. Goes to the pocket. Saxon Seba Hobb is there. And the ball's out of bounds. Appeal from the Castlemaine faithful for a deliberate call in their right forward pocket, but the wisdom and experience of Dean Goodridge, the director of coaching of the Bendigo Umpires, was not going to enter into the spectacle.
I'll get you to comment on Hartley, how important he's been, and particularly in that contest. Mick Delaney, just after this contest, we're in the deep throat of goal here for Castlemaine. Up they'll go in the ruck. McLennan against Big Mac Cameron. Right at the top of the goal square. Burn overran the footy. Bloods have got numbers. Temple a hurried kick. He didn't look. Sutherland will run onto it for the Magpies. In an unusual position up forward. Decides to dish it off. He gives it to Ben Jardine. Short pass looked for Murley. Couldn't grab it. Jardine batted it up. Gave it by hand back to Sutherland. Sutherland of the Magpies will go to the goal square. They'll set themselves. Big Mac Cameron is there. And in fact, is it either a mark or it is to Davies of the Bloods?
He did well, did Davies, and he's got Zach Hare in the back pocket. I did the baptism this morning for one of his grade 2 students, and apparently Zach Hare thinks he's pretty good on the footy field. That's what he tells me 7-year-old girl said, so that was quite amusing, I thought. Cohen Harker, the honesty of kids, hey, as Harker takes the game on, he's had 2 bounces, he's taken it from the back to centre wing. Now he's got Alexander Smith-Ralph, kick inside 50, too high for Harvey, defensive efforts from the Magpies, sensational, and Oscar Giddings clears.
He's been good this afternoon, puts it in the path of Henderson, but it just tumbled towards the line. And on true centre wing, railway side, the Frankie Byrne wing we call it over there, Mick Delaney.
Yeah, Castlemaine definitely on top at the moment, and you're right, Michael Hartley down back, just providing that accountability for the younger kids in Castlemaine's back line, and just controlling the air down there, isn't he? There's been no easy marks for South Bendigo.
Mentioning things on top, Kangaroo Flat have actually hit the front against Eaglehawk, 7-5-47 to Eaglehawk 6-8-44, so big upset brewing there, potentially.
Gee whiz, and I'll tell you, Niski and Harrison Sheen are playing on each other on that wing, so keep your eye on that, Cam, at ground level. That's a really good contest, because whoever wins control of the footy, whether it be Magpie or Bloods, one of those players will be on the end of it. Haddo, a fresh airy for the Bloods. He wins it, dishes it off to Nitsky. Nitsky now goes to half forward, bounces it over the top. Needs to be careful here. The Magpies, because Harker of the Bloods is lurking. Then it spills. Still 51 out from goal. They got numbers here. Templeton by hand. Sweeping handball, ineffective. Haddo, though, was in the right position at the right time. Ran onto the footy. Then went around the body. He'll set it high. Hartley, big punch from behind. That was important. Castlemaine win an important ball. Reece Jenkins kicks it, gives it up, gives it straight to Haddo. Turnover. This could be important.
It could be. The 4-time best and fairest winner for South Bendigo goes to centre half forward. Alexander Smith-Ralph fisted away from him by Ben Jardine in defence. He's kicked a goal today too. Chance for them to clear. They do so successfully. Across half back, Saxon Seba Hobb. He goes to centre wing, but no good. Alex Davies intercepts again. He directs traffic. He's got it railway side. Kicks looking for McGregor Cameron or Harker. Landed between the two of them. Alexander Smith-Ralph attempted to collect at the back of the pack, but he was tackled, and a ball up is the result.
So it feels a lot closer than what it is on the scoreboard. It's 45 playing 70. Bloods lead, but Castlemaine really super competitive at the moment. You just sense that one side or another could really get on top here. Castlemaine make it really close, or the Bloods blow it open. Matt Cameron won the ruck work. He grabbed it out of the air and kicked it into the path of Alexander Smith-Ralph for the Bloods, and he'll line them up 45-degree angle, and distance won't be a problem.
A teacher from a young age, play in front. and that's all that was. It wasn't a perfectly placed kick, but the small forwards playing in front, just that rush kick forward, and here we are having a set shot on goal from 45.
Another important kick. We're a long way out from full time, of course. Another full quarter to go after this one. Let's see what he does. It could be important. Both teams in an arm wrestle at the moment. Alexander Smith-Ralph, slow and deliberate. Kicks underneath it, and it sprays and just sneaks in for a minor score. So Castlemaine off the hook again, 9-17-70, playing 6-9-45. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Michael Hartley goes about 60 metres, and they're two apt words for that situation there. It was, oh dear, straight to Cohen Harker, one of the best of South Bendigo, but he goes straight back to one of the best of Castlemaine, Bailey Henderson, who is an experienced operative. Correct, thank you, Michael Hartley. He's got it at half back. Kick is no good. Cameron has got it for South Bendigo.
Castlemaine need to change up the angles here. They're getting picked off too easy.
So Cameron kicks high, inside 50, 25 metres out from goal. Harvey, he played for a free kick, wasn't given it, and the ball's wrapped up again. Stacks on the mill, and we'll have a ball up. Alexander Smith-Ralph there was on top of it. He taps it down now. Harrison Sheehan, though, is in on it also, and he's tackled by Josh Nitsky, a ball up.
You mentioned changing the angles. I'm not sure the idea of Hartley just going the torp down the middle off every kick in at the moment is the right idea at the stage of the game.
Ball's up the chimney. Henderson tries to tap it forward. Zimmerman, sweeping handball into the path of a teammate. On the end of it will be Giddies. His handball, he didn't really look. There's Magpies there. Sutherland is one of them. He gets collared. 20 from goal. Zimmerman did well. In fact, it might be Smith-Ralph. They're all doing well defensively in the forward zone, the Bloods, if that makes sense. The forward pressure has been good. Hartley in the ruck. Hunter Staples. They lifted him up, one on each leg, the Bloods. It was like they were going to lift him and put him on his shoulders. That's the scenario. Still 25 out from goal. Chris taps it into a dangerous position. Ground level. The ball is just bouncing around at the bottom of the pack, and it goes over the boundary line, and I reckon it's your turn to try to get us out of there. Father Jackson Saunders here at the Camp Reserve in a good game at 45 playing 70. Bloods lead.
5 metres away from the Bloods goal mouth. Callum Crisp to go in the ruck contest against Michael Hartley. Free kick is going to Castlemaine, and it's off the balls, so it's Hunter Staples that has got the footy with the blue boots.
Cody Brooks giving that free kick away off the ball.
Thanks to that, Mick Delaney, the voice of on Bendigo's Fresh FM, kick into the centre of the ground. They want Harrison Sheen. He can't pick the footy up. It's bouncing around like a hot potato at the moment. And another ball up is the result, just to the edge of the centre circle. Railway side here at Camp Reserve. Score at the moment, 9-17 South Bendigo, Castlemaine 6-9. Ball's thrown up by Dean Goodridge, the umpire. Cameron, he couldn't get it. Neither could Hunter Staples. He tried to get the kick away to no avail. About 10 players have had a touch at it, but no one has been able to collect it cleanly. And not surprisingly, another ball up is the consequence.
Well, I can't pick me footy. Mick Delaney, Gisborne lead, Storm. We were looking for a draw, wasn't I? Well, it's a 33-point margin down there at the graveyard. Gisborne doing well. Harrison Sheen for the Magpies wins it from the contest. 50-metre ball. Byrne at his target. Got a fair piece of it. Giddies just couldn't pick it up now for the Bloods. Giddies under pressure. Kept his feet. So did Byrne of the Magpies. He gets tackled by Giddies. Both really strong in that contest. Umpire says dead heat. Give it to me. I'm going to ball up. Right in front of the Magpie club rooms. Up they'll go in the ruck. Big Mac Cameron used the experience, grabbed it out of the air against McLennan, banged it on the boot, didn't look. Coleman intercepted for the Magpies. Staples by hand to Franklin. Franklin to the scop of the squares, looking for Byrne. There's a Magpie player there, picked up by Murley and goes goalward and put it on the boot and slammed it through. The Magpies get closer. They needed that one. It came from basically nowhere from Murley. 7-9-51. They trail 9-18-71 score. Sponsor Jason Westcott Builder. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
This is a very important time of the game here, Johnny and Jackson. 10 minutes, if that, until three-quarter time. Castlemaine have made their way back from nearly 7 goals down to only 18 points behind. next goal to Castlemaine, 2 goals down going into the last quarter, could set us up for a cracker of a finish.
Jack English has moved on to Harry Sheehan now as well, so really making note of the impact that Harry Sheehan's having.
South Bendigo goalless so far in this third term. They've added just the 4 behinds. Cohen Harker has another assessment on that equation. He's taken it out of the centre, ran to half forward, had a flying shot at goal after 2 bounces, but missed to the right-hand side. And just a behind, 9-18-72 as South Bendigo. Castlemaine 7-9-51. Bendigo's Fresh FM, local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Salmons received the kick in from fullback, then he goes down the line. Byrne with a big punch from behind for the Magpies did well, but gave it straight to Crisp. Crisp over the top by hand, gives it to Hare. Wow. Hare short pass. And I don't know if it was a...
It was an inside-out torpedo.
Yeah, it wasn't meant for the player. It's the Bloods with possession of the footy. Kick comes in, Templeton unchecked, unmarked. Pretty much at the top of the arc of 50. He looked to play on now, he turns around and goes back and he'll have a shot at goal.
That was a really good find there by Brock Harvey. Just looking central, and Castlemaine started drifting towards the mouth of goal and found Templeton 45 out almost directly in front.
Templeton, what a player. On the left. He doesn't like it off the boot. Goes wide, minor score. Takes it to 72, playing 51. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
I'd love to see Castlemaine here potentially look for a shorter option and then go long and look to clear the lines. South Bendigo really saturating between 75 metres out and their goal mouth.
Hartley to Cal McConaughey, and Hartley has it again, relinquished the coaching duties at the end of last season to half back. Murley provided a red hot crack at that. Reece Jenkins too, as the ball went out of bounds. We'll have another boundary throw. Progress scores in other games. Golden Square by 109 points over Broadford. Gisborne by 29 over Strathfield Say. And Eagle Hawk lead by 16 points against Kangaroo Flat.
Bloods in attack across half forward. Ball in, Jingle Street side. Umpire will throw it in. Crisp front position. Franklin tries to make a path for the Magpies and can't. Ball spills to Templeton. He's having a few important touches at the moment. He'll go inside forward 50. Target is Harvey. Harvey had a piece of it, just couldn't quite get it. Doing well was Giddings at ground level for the Magpies. And boy, oh boy, the young fella nearly got a lesson then. He did all but mark it, Mick Delaney.
Given the amount of ball that's been down there, Giddings has been good today.
He's been very good. Umpire Goodridge will ball it up. 40 out from goal. Mac Cameron probably won the tap. Hunter Staples, a Jackie Chan kick out of the air for the Magpies. Sends it to half forward for the Bloods. They're all tied up.
It was very Jackie Chan-esque, wasn't it? That kick.
Well, Hunter Staples, it was an interesting description, but as soon as he kicked it, he followed up with the tackle. Seconds later, he's a quick operator. Ball's thrown up. Hunter Staples in that vicinity. Cohen Harker, perhaps best on ground for me so far today. Castlemaine's influence in this term has been worth noting. 3 goals to zip. South Bendigo have added only 6 behinds. They've had their chances though, but been unable to kick a goal. Across half back for Castlemaine, Harrison Sheehan goes after it. He is tackled by Toby Hardingham, and we'll have a ball up, Railway side wing.
Setting up for a big final term here. Cal Huntley's my man, I reckon. The last term, it's got to be big by someone. He's got his name written all this over this, Mick Delaney.
I was about to say, speaking of big names, Bailey Henderson has the Ford 50 all to himself.
So Bailey Henderson, but my man Cal Huntley. Blood rule, you could hear it through the effects mind there. So blood room for Castlemaine. None of them know which one it is.
As we wait for this blood rule and the substitute to come on, Johnny, probably highlights the effect that goal kicking has on a game. South Bendigo could be 6 or 7 goals up here, but given the inaccurate shots on goal, it's kept Castlemaine in this.
Watch out for Cal Huntley. He's just steamed on the ground off the back of that blood rule as well for Castlemaine.
He heard my call, Cam. Let's see what can happen here. The ball spills to McConaughey. Cal McConaughey is a good player. Finds a bit of speed. I reckon he stepped over the boundary line when he kicked it. He might have.
He did.
And on the Frankie Byrne wing, mind you, I'm the one that calls it the Frankie Byrne wing, Jackson.
Well, I know Frank Bann, he'd like that appraisal.
Well, he doesn't, because why I say it's the wing, when he used to run out there, he used to run that wide, he used to get wet in the creek.
Well, I'm speechless after.
And Jamie Allen on the Jingle Street wing, he used to nearly get run over by the cars on the other side.
Lots of stories here in Castlemaine, that's for sure.
Premiership players, both of those young men. Oh, not so young anymore, Jackson.
Many of which can be relieved on air and some of which cannot be spoken about on air, I would dare say. As Cohen Harker gets it for the Bloods, it goes to Haddo, who's taken it above his head. He goes back to Harker, kick towards Alexander Smith-Ralph. He positioned his body well, but it went off hands for a rush behind, and another behind for the Bloods. 9.20, their 7th of this term. 74 is their score. Castlemaine 79.51. Score sponsor is Parsons Towing. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Huntley played on from fullback, then a 60-metre ball beyond 50. Jingle Street side. Now it's ground level. A sea of players around this footy. Umpire will blow his whistle. We'll have another restart.
Bailey Henderson up to the contest. Archie Rickson down deep.
Almost up on the wing here. Jingle Street side. Who's going to come out with the footy? It will be Henderson. Handball was sweeping to Simmons. Simmons just overran the footy. It was a cruel bounce. But then he followed up with Zimmerman and he collared Zimmerman. It was in fact McConaughey that did it. McConaughey and Simmons were there. Ball spread wide now to Cal Huntley. Cal Huntley on the outer side wing.
He chips it over the top wisely to Brodie Byrne. A good 2 kicks out from goal. Steam train arriving from Maldon as Byrne goes inside 50. Fist develops. Murley gets the crumb. Did well. Goes back to Byrne. Quick hand pass. Wants Henderson. Misses him. Instead found Zach Hare, the Blood skipper, who went to Ollie Turnbull, who was tackled and will have a stoppage.
Good tackling at ground level. Might be Hunter Staples, it was. So Castlemaine deep in attack now. Crispin's attack for the Bloods. They've got the numbers. Little handball over the top. A hurried kick out of the pack from the Bloods. There's Magpies there. Sutherland is one of them. Also is Jardine. Jardine got collared as he grabbed the footy and it spilled. An incorrect disposal. And across half back, it now will be the Bloods. Can they launch something? Long ball in the direction of Harker. Harker keeps his feet, collects. McConaughey was good in the contest, gave it to Simmons. Simmons spreads it wide by foot to the wing to Huntley. He's got support, 1 foot too high. It was okay by Cooper Mark. Now a handball further afield to Huntley. Huntley on the wing. He's building. He's got a lead. He honours it. Juggling ball. Byrne couldn't quite reel it in. Comes to ground level. Now they're still in the contest. Spills in the direction of Henderson.
Who's got it? Hand pass to Darby Simmons is effective. Sidesteps around a would-be tackler. Goes to half forward with that kick. High ball. Alex Davies dropped the mark he should have taken. Zach Hare gets the loose ball in defence. Did well. Foot pass to Zach Sims. Terrific. Over the top now. The next link in the chain is Tom Templeton, who's got it on the broadcast side wing. He kicks to half forward. Cohen Harker 2 against him. Showed enormous courage. Did not bat an eyelid. But Bailey Henderson opposed him beautifully and went straight into the guts to Harrison Sheehan.
Sheehan will spread the ball wide now. He's got Murley. Hits Murley on left half forward. Jingle Street side. In the shadows of the big trees here at the Camp Reserve. Byrne, really strong lead. Hits him right on the tit, right on the boundary line, the chest, I would say. It's a family show, Jackson. And he puts it through. What a goal, the Magpies. Well, it is a tit, isn't it? As they get closer now, Castlemaine. The score is 8-9, I have to recompose myself, 8-9, 57 to 9-20, 74. Score sponsor, Bendigo City Framers. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Castlemaine right back in this. The home crowd is starting to get right behind the boys, and you can sort of start to feel a bit of energy down that end of the ground. The clubroom's end. Sorry, Jackson.
Absolutely no judgment, Johnny. 4 goals to zip now.
I've seen
for Castlemaine in this term.
It's a real
and
footy
they are coming.
term. It's a real old country footy term, though.
Absolutely. My dad brought me up with it as well. The 1990 Mickelson medalist. It's a common footy expression as Callan Huntley takes it out of the centre to half forward and plucked by the man who kicked that last goal. But this time reversed, it has been Brodie Byrne, and
they've been into Brodie Byrne ever since he kicked that last goal, and I think he just got a little bit frustrated there because it was a lot of push and shove off the ball. He took a strong mark and just gave away a silly free kick right on the siren.
It is, and I deliberately paused to exacerbate the frustration and the anger of the Castlemaine faithful. They could have been shooting for goal after the siren, not to be. 3-quarter time here at Camp Reserve. huge last quarter coming up. South Bendigo 9 goals 20-74. They lead Castlemaine 8-9-57. Stay tuned, this is a cracker. Castlemaine have kicked 4 goals. They've got the home ground advantage as we head into the last term here. It's local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live. Alright, we'll go. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live and 3/4 time at Camp Reserve in this round 3 clash. South Bendigo lead 9 goals 20-74 to Castlemaine 8-9-57. However, I add, South Bendigo kicked 7 behinds in that third term. They have kept Castlemaine in it, who kicked 4 goals to 0 in the third quarter. Stats to the last interval with Norm Jenkins so far in this contest. So we'll head to Norm with some statistics this afternoon. Before that though, goal kickers in this contest for South Bendigo: 3 to Brock Harvey, 2 to Cohen Harker, 1 to Zach Sims, Callum Crisk, McGregor Cameron, Brody Haddo, and for Castlemaine, 3 goals to Bailey Henderson, 2 to Harrison Sheehan, 1 each to Ben Jardine and Brody Byrne, as well as Xavier Murley. In the game so far, Mick Delaney, better players for the South Bendigo Bloods.
It starts in the middle. It's Templeton, and it's Harker. Harker also finishing well. Forward of centre, he's kicked a couple of goals today, but Nitschke, interestingly enough, went really quiet that quarter. Castlemaine doing a really good job on him. I think it was you, Johnny, that said that Harrison Sheehan was matched up on him on the wing, and Sheehan was looking to get forward of centre and use his run and quelled his influence on the game. But it's also the rucks.
Sorry, Mick, I've got Castlemaine Derek Philo down here. Derek, you guys have been able to fight his way back into this game.
Yeah, look, we were a bit off the first quarter and a bit, and they were excellent as well. Our efficiency by hand and foot wasn't that good, but we persevered with the game plan, and hopefully we can come home strong.
Starting to really win the ball in the midfield as well, which seems to be making a big difference.
Yeah, it is. We got caned there in the first quarter and a bit, so we're starting to work our way back into it in that midfield area.
Derek, thanks for your time. Good luck for the last quarter.
No worries.
Cameron Power on the boundary with Derek Philo, the assistant coach. Better players, Johnny for the Magpies.
Just I thought Brody had a couple of minutes there where he was really, really good. I mean, it wasn't the whole quarter, but it would have been interesting. Mick Delaney and I discussed it off air. If he had been allowed to take that shot at goal, it would have been so much closer. Well, it's close anyway. It's only a 17-point margin. But Xavier Murley got some important ball in that quarter, and Hunter Staples, I reckon, defensively did really well. To add to all those players that we spoke about already, and they're the players like the Darby Simmonses, the Callan Huntleys and Harrison Sheen. So if they can get it together a bit more, they've had their chances. They're a big chance with the home crowd here.
We'll get to Norm Jenkins shortly with statistics from that turn. The last quarter coming up. Big call coming from John Hunter.
In the middle it is. Big Mac Cameron in the ruck. Wins the tap. It'll be the Magpies that win it, but it's all tied up in the middle, and we'll have a secondary. We'll have a stoppage. Ball up. Up they go. Cameron grabs it out of the air for the Bloods. Bangs it on the boot. Good strong mark. Darby Simmons across half-back. Did well for the Magpies.
He did. He's had a great game. Jenkins has been solid too. He receives the pill now. Wants Harrison Sheen, who's been even better in front of our broadcast position with thanks to sponsors Vicky and Simon from the Little Red Apple. Kick from our broadcast truck to centre half forward. McGregor Cameron gets in the way though. Saxon Seba Hogg wants the footy. Coleman there too. The big man bends down a long way to pick it up. Stolen though by Tom Templeton. Quick shark to centre half forward. Brody Haddo has numbers against him. Enormous pressure to Michael Hartley. Terrific. Harrison Sheen loose again. How can that be?
Have a bounce, and then he kicked it. Oh, it was just off the side of the boot to Staples, and it just got him. You could see Cynthia Meek. Norm Jenkins for stats.
Yeah, the total of the last quarter was inside 50s. 13 to 11 Castlemaine's way, but 4 goals 2 to 7 points told the story.
Umpire will throw it in. Cross half forward Castlemaine. Mac Cameron will grab it out of the air for the Bloods. A little handball was ineffective. It'll be won by the Magpies through Robinson. Shallow inside forward 50. Byrne was target. Lurking there, picked up by McConaughey. He goes cleverly to Henderson to a finger tipper. Couldn't quite get it, and the Bloods will now rebound it to halfback.
Giddies is the one who did that. Cohen Harker gets the footy. Is tackled by Murley. He wants to find Xavier Holmes. Can't get him. Harker gets it back. Try to do much. I think he'll be penalised for a throw. He is. 3/4 time score 2 in the Loddon Valley League, and it's Morong leading comfortably over Inglewood. 14-12, 96 to 25-17. Kick inside 50. Good spoil from Sims towards the boundary line. Brody Byrne inside 50. Hand pass over the top to Archie Rickson. Sidesteps around a would-be tackler. Shrugs another. Ball falls short. Marked in the goal square. Curtis McLennan. And the Magpies are coming. This for their 5th unanswered goals. Cameron Power on the boundary.
Yeah, I'm looking at Archie Rickson to have a massive last quarter. When he sparks that side inside forward, he's able to really bring some momentum. So if he has a big last quarter, look out.
Listen to the Castlemaine home crowd erupt if he kicks this off the right boot. They do exactly that. A great goal, and the symphony orchestra of car horns sounds spectacular too if you're a Castlemaine Magpie. And it's Castlemaine 9 goals 9, 67 over trailing South Bendigo 9-20 74, so 63 plays 74, 11 points they are to now South Bendigo. Here's Mick Delaney on Bendigo's Fresh FM.
Round 1 against Golden Square, Archie Rickson was one of the big X factors, and just complimenting what Cam had to say about him inside forward 50. If he can get off the leash and get some quick touches, this could go either way.
Game on. Matt Cameron tapped it to Templeton of the Bloods. Now it'll be the Bloods that'll go deep inside forward 50. Ball spills. Rebounding ball. Henderson on the end of it for the Magpies. Couldn't quite grab it. Templeton was good in the contest. Won it deep into the pocket. Hartley hands on footy for the Magpies. Zimmerman's there for the Bloods. He'll dish it off to Haddo. The goals are open and he'll go round the body and kick a goal. What a goal. That's his second. Score sponsor Partners Towing, local the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live. South Bendigo go to 10-20-80. Castlemaine 9-9-63. Here is Mick Delaney.
South Bendigo 4 goals 13 since quarter time, and no, that is the biggest one of the day for them. They needed a steady.
They certainly did. So 17-point lead now, and Brodie Haddo, one of the most important touches you could imagine there. Him, he averaged 30 touches a game usually and featured the Bloods best in 16 of 18 games last year. McGregor Cameron taps it down in the centre. He's got Anthony, or Tom Templeton in fact, who's chasing the football. Hands the football, Harrison Sheehan too. Hand pass goes astray. Now it's with Templeton snapping inside 50 with that kick. Chance for Zimmerman, chips it over the top. Maybe not the 15. Sims whistle, umpire awards a free kick. Cohen Harker sticks up for Zach Sims, who will have a free kick and shot a goal from directly in front. If the ball gets to him, yes, it is definitely a Zach Sims shot goal. And Mick Delaney, this would be very discouraging if he kicks this, because it would extend the South lead to 23 points when moments ago you felt the Magpies were in it.
Yeah, definitely. It has gone up another notch, believe it or not, if you listen, or you are listening at home, if you're listening to us. But yeah, just the intensity at the footy from both sides, it's right on in this last quarter.
Zach Sims chasing his second for the game. The effects mic sounded great with the Castlemaine supporters, but South Bendigo spoil their endeavour. A goal. Zach Sims, South Bendigo 11-20-86. They lead Castlemaine 9-9-63. Can the Magpies come back from here? Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Down but not out. They showed against Golden Square. They were down by 3 goals in the last quarter and came back and won that game. For them, they'd need Henderson, Sheehan, these sorts of players, Johnny, in the middle now to make, or just have that X factor and get some centre clearances.
You're right, Mick. The time is now for the Magpies. In a twinkling of an eye, it's just skipped out back to 33 points. Some breathing space for the Bloods. They've been good in the last 5 or 10 minutes. Now to Castlemaine. There's their chance through Jardine. Gives it to McConaughey by hand, and he fumbled just at the last moment. Jardine battled hard at ground level. Dived on top of the footy. He might be pinged. He's dragged it in, I reckon.
Yeah.
Good decision, young umpire. That was there every day.
It was. And kick for South Bendigo to half-forward. Mark has been taken by Haddo, kick inside 50. Can he find Harker? He can. He's taking it on his chest. Uses experience and body beautifully. In fact, it's Brock Harvey, who is a goal-kicking machine, and he'll kick this from just inside the paint of 50. Huge crowd of South Bendigo supporters behind the goal, ready to cheer this one home if Brock Harvey converts. If he kicks, I reckon I'll let them tell the story. He kicks truly, because the enthusiasm has been great of South. There you go, it's a goal. South Bendigo 12-20-92 lead Castlemaine 9-9-63. The fourth for Brock Harvey. Our score sponsor is Don Smallgoods. Is good. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live, and here's Mick Delaney.
It's like South Bendigo had that jolt in the arm with that bit of a push and shove earlier in this quarter, and they've slammed on 3 goals to stretch this lead out to almost 5 goals now. Castlemaine really just needs to stem the bleeding now for the next couple of minutes and then look to make a bit of a run later on in this one.
3/4 time MCD from Harcourt, 85 points up on Denali.
Back in the middle we go now. Has Castlemaine got a response? Bloods have been really good this last 10 minutes. Matt Cameron wins it, dishes it out. They've numbered on the end of a handball will be Holmes. Out with the Bloods will go deep inside forward 50 again. Of course, Harvey will be the target, but not on this occasion. The Bloods did well. I reckon it's Langley standing at the top of the square. In fact, it is Smith-Ralph, Alexander Smith-Ralph, who's seen him up forward on a number of occasions. He's been pretty good.
He's been really good today, hasn't he? And just that one-on-one body work down deep forward as well. Nigel shot about 15 metres out right at the point of the square.
Smith-Ralph will probably make this things difficult for the Magpies. Important. I'll let the crowd tell the story. In he comes. There you go. The Bloods 13-20-98. They lead the Magpies. They've hit that now. 9-9-63. Score sponsor Don Smallgoods. Is Don good? Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
You could talk about the Bloods blowing this one out, having kicked 4 goals in the last 5 minutes, but you want to look at the resilience of the Castlemaine group, where South Bendigo kicked, 7 of the first 8 goals in the game. Bring it back to within 11 points shows that they know that they can do it from within. So, they, again, like the last ball up, they just need to stem the bleeding here for a little bit and stop this momentum that South Bendigo got going on and look to go forward themselves.
13-20, 98 is the score for South Bendigo over Castlemaine. 9-9-63. Back in the middle, Cameron smashes it down. Callan Huntley gets the football, feels the kick around his body. Fortuitous bounce perhaps for Brodie Byrne. He gets hands to it. Alex Davies defends him well. Good courage from Toby Hardingham. Hunter Davies was good. Ollie Turnbull gets the loose ball. Quick kick up to centre wing from back. In the way though is Castlemaine, Saxon Seba Hobb, and we'll have a ball up. A stoppage involved. Centre wing, Ginger Street side.
Brodie Byrne got one in that last contest as well. Looks a bit ginger getting up, so maybe one to keep an eye on.
Wing up. It'll be the Bloods who urge. Templeton and are all getting involved, as is this man. Haddo handballed it to the back of Zimmerman, running in front of him, in fact.
Hit him in the back of the head, didn't it,
Hit
Johnny?
him in the back of the sky. And I wonder, a big body like that would have been handy when the Umpires were surging.
Yeah.
They're not here today, but they will be back next week.
Still plenty of positives to take this out for Castlemaine.
This game's not over. In the forward zone, cross half forward now for the Bloods. Templeton's been huge for the Bloods. Offering support will be Holmes. Picks it up, put it on the body. And it might be a Magpie mark. Deep defence it is. Cal McConaughey. It's Mike Giddings. Got the kick. Giddings has been good. Giddings go long. It goes defensive 50. There's no one there for the home of the Bloods who's taken a pretty much uncontested mark. But Jackson wanted.
Too easily, John Hunter on local footy. The place you want to be. It's Fresh. Xavier Holmes with the sheriff. High kick to the teeth of goal. On hands. Mark taken though. Brilliant. This is superb to watch. Alexander Smith-Ralph directly in front. And he can line up for his first goal. Well, second in fact of the game. He kicked one a moment ago. As the train heads towards the city once more. Chance for Alexander Smith-Ralph directly in front, 5 metres. It's a certain goal, and there it is. Over the change rooms as well, and they strike the 100 with that goal. 14 goals, 20, 104 are the Blood. Castlemaine 963. All of a sudden, moments ago, it was 11 points margin. Now it's 4-1. Score sponsor, some Scott builder. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Got quite high that mark on the back of his opponent and brought it down second off the cherry, but you're right. South Bendigo have just run away with this in this quarter.
FNL 3/4 time. Newstead 11-5-71. VAR 5-4. As Huntley reserves half gets nailed. Gets from behind by Zach really well. Head short, wide. English now slowing down. metres in from the boundary line, across half back. Jingle down the line it goes. It's long. Matt Cameron is the target. Couldn't hang on. Now be the Magpies who repel through Henderson. The old 1-2 from Hunt. Handball forward. There's a good up to Rickson. Rickson gives it to Henderson. Good ball pass. Right into the chest of Brodie Byrne. In that pocket. Describe the game.
Good, Johnny.
Let's say you will. I won't moz him. Brodie Byrne in the left of his pocket. Does not. I should have stuck with my original. I know. Well, I say it every week. That's true. Nothing could be true. The Bloods in the back pocket with footy.
It is. And Giddies has the footy. He'll clear to half back. He wants Chris. Couldn't get the footy. John is here as well. Has support. He goes to Coach Brooks from half back to half forward. He's searching for Alexander Smith-Rell. The ball's gone out of bounds. Another game for Bendigo Footy League. 16 and 106 to Kangaroo at 8-6-54. 15-12 to Strathfield say 9-12-66. And a goal 21-16 1-2 Broadford 4-2-26. Sitting back in a play on the right side flank. Castlemaine clear through Captain Huntley from half back to half forward. Chance here for Byrne. He can't get the football. Good tackle from Jack English of South Bendigo. Have a ball up. Dylan looking forward to seeing Magpies, the 3 Michaels medalists in the Territory Football League. That honour 3 seasons, 23, 24, and this season just gone.
Went up, Jim, come off the side for 50. They've got possession of the Pies. Henderson on the end, one goes one way, the other. Dangerous position, and a taken by Shane.
Really good hit by Bailey. There, Johnny. Not trying to do too much of the ball and playing straight and play hard to go.
He directly for the Pies. He did the ruck work. He did well. Spread it wide to Ben McConaughey. He comes into the side this afternoon. Ben McConaughey now goes aggressive. He went to half forward. The numbers were not there for the Magpies. Sims was for the Bloods. Goes into the middle. It's an effective kick. He hits Harker. Harker's been good this afternoon. He's called to play on. Then he slips a tackle. Then he'll spread it further wide to the outer side wing. Looking for a build-up through Brooks. Brooks will go inside forward 50. Matt Cameron was the target. Spilt to the back of the pack. Look out for Harvey. He's lurking, looking for another one. Good, strong tackling, Bloods. They're up and about. Umpire said, Umpire Goodrich, I'm going to ball up. Only metres from goal. Bloods in attack.
I think that expression ball is my favourite part of crowd dynamic in Australian rules football. That was great to hear from the South Bendigo faithful as Cal McConaughey clears to Harrison Sheehan for Castlemaine, who has it across half-back. Harrison Sheehan has been a standout. He has kicked 3 goals today for the Magpies. He looks for Cal Huntley or Curtis McLennan. Neither were recipients. Instead, it was Callum Crisp who stole it, and he's got it centre wing, Gingell Street side. Scoreboard is South Bendigo 15-20, 110 to Castlemaine 10-9, 69.
Crisp, long ball for Matt Cameron into the forward pocket. He got a lot of it. Cameron couldn't mark it. Ben McConaughey, nice handball to Staples. Staples to Murley by hand. Murley kicks it out of bounds on the full Gingell Street side. Across half-back.
Murley's been a little bit disappointing today, Johnny.
He's been his
boundary throw in. Jack Sutherland feeds the hand pass a few metres forward. McLennan there too. Whistle blown. Free kick. High tackle. And it's going to Toby Hardingham of South Bendigo at centre half back. Directs the kick wide and finds Ollie Turnbull for the Bloods. He'll go back to Giddies at full back. The next link of the chain might be Zach Hare. No, opts to go back to where it came from, and he finds Cody Brooks still inside defensive 50. Railway side here at Camp Reserve. 110 plays 69. The margin is 41 points in favour of the visitors. Kick to Callum Crisp. He plucked it. Did he have enough of it to be paid the mark? Umpire thinks so. So Callum Crisp wastes no time and goes by hand to Zach Sims, but it was a foolish move in some ways because he really had no space or time to work with. Nevertheless, South Bendigo will take it across half back, and it's Zach Sims who has it.
He'll dish it off by hand. The ball will come laterally across half back. Hits a target in Rusbridge. Rusbridge has got a target up on the wing. Too severe for Hare. Hare's got plenty of time. It bounced up to him nicely, and then Hare on it a lead that comes straight at him through Brock Harvey, who's a long way from home, but don't discount this one, Mick Delaney.
He is a long way away. Must be very confident in his kicking abilities. He'd be 55 out here, Johnny.
Let's see what he does. He's on the boundary line. Gingell Street side. Long shadows here at the Camp Reserve. Brock Harvey opens up the angle. He's got the distance. It's going to go the line and just marked right on the defensive goal line by Hartley, who'll play on quickly.
Callum McConaughey receives from him. What a player he is, though, Brock Harvey. He's kicked more than 50 goals in each season since the COVID pandemic. A great footballer. To Curtis McLennan. Goes wide to half-back. Now Callan Huntley has got the footy. He'll chip inside to the back edge of the centre square. Cal McConaughey has the footy, opts to go wide, and there's space in front of our broadcast position. Mark has been taken by Bodie Robinson. Kick inside 50, it's a high one. Ollie Turnbull, fantastic, with the intercepting grab at centre half back for South Bendigo.
Short pass to Geddes in his defensive zone, 20 metres in from the boundary line where we sit. They'll look to horseshoe it to the other side, the creek side. In fact, he'll go into the middle to Crisp, the big ruckman. Good player for the Bloods too.
He's been unreal today.
He's asked to play on because he went off his mark. He feigned a handball to Brooks, then went to him. Brooks down the middle, finds Davies. Across half-back for the Bloods. Looking to build. Mechanically, workmanlike. Turnbull now. Oh, it's an awkward. I don't know what that kick was. He kind of bunted it didn't quite know what he was doing. They've come out with it through Harker. Harker long now for the Bloods. Deep inside forward 50. Haddo runs onto it and makes a chest mark. And we'll line them up, and he is within range.
As his shoe comes off as he marks it, so we'll have a little delay in play while he puts that apparatus back on to kick a goal. But South Bendigo have really been attacking the middle of the ground this last quarter, Jackson, and it shows they're getting good shots on goal from right in front and finally are able to capitalise on all their good work.
It does. He will kick it with his bare foot. He's going to go around the body. In fact, it's got a sock on it. So he's got a sock on it around the corner, and he needed a boot because it didn't quite work for him. That's a minor score. The Bloods go to 15-21, 111. Castlemaine 10-9, 69. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Michael Hartley goes about 60 metres with the kick in to half back, and it's been marked by Curtis McLennan. Just a thought, I've never heard a football boot described as an apparatus. That's a first this afternoon, thanks to Mick Delaney. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live. I quite like it though. Ball's been turned over. South Bendigo through Giddies have it at centre half back. Cody Brooks, who'll go back to where it came from. Giddies right in front of our broadcast position. With thanks to our sponsor, the Little Red Apple, to Rusbridge, who's got it right in front of our broadcast position. Chip over the top to the St Joseph's primary school teacher in Zach Hare, the skipper. Assesses options, has little to play with, takes the conservative approach. Traditionally, a down the line sort of kick. Harrison Sheehan gets in the way again for the Magpies. He's been so good. So too Cal McConaughey, who's got it now at half back.
He received from Simmons. Now McConaughey will spread wide to Huntley. Huntley's got space if he wants to run, decides against it. Looking inboard to go aggressive. Still looking inboard. He's got nothing on offer. Now he'll have to go long. It looks like Brodie Byrne will be in the contest. He'll have to fly. He's got 2 to beat. He couldn't do that. It was a big ask in the end. It came in very, very high. Turnbull did well with a defensive punch. Cross half forward. In front of us in the broadcast truck, the Little Red Apple, Vicky and Simon. Get out and see them, sponsors of the matchday broadcast when we're out at Camp Reserve. Oh, it's a fresh airy. Matt Cameron showing his soccer skills here. Looked for the back of the net, but found the fence instead. And we'll have another ball up.
Perfectly
ball
cool.
in.
John Hunter, local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live. One of those moments where you're almost speechless and not sure how to describe it, but you called it perfectly. From the boundary throw, and Hunter Staples got the spillage from the tap out, which came from McGregor Cameron, and Dean Goodrich says, give it to me, we'll have a ball up. Dying stages of this round 3 clash at Camp Reserve. South Bendigo are going to win, and win emphatically in the end. As Staples kicks deep inside 50, holding free kick surely, and the recipient is Bailey Henderson, who will line up for his 4th. Advantage paid. Goal has been kicked. Castlemaine go to 11-9-75. South Bendigo 15-21, 111. Our score sponsor is Bendigo City Framers. Local footy, the place we want to be. It is Fresh Live.
South Bendigo still working the stoppages around the ground really nicely with their rotation of Harker and Templeton and Harrow and the likes. They're really deep through the midfield this year, Johnny.
They are. They're impressive unit, the Bloods. We thought they might have stumbled last week, but they didn't. Back in the middle now. Haddo's in the middle, will win it for the Bloods. You send it long inside forward 50. Jenkins used his body well, then won it for the Magpies by hand to Cal McConaughey. McConaughey by foot spreads it wide to Simmons. Simmons receives and takes a mark. Deep in the back pocket. Looks to bring it up the wing. Brodie Byrne was the target. But Alex Davis has been good for the Bloods this afternoon. We'll see it over for a ball in centre wing.
Had success with Calibre United, premiership player there in the Loddon Valley Football League. He'd love to have a flag with South Bendigo, who's been a faithful servant in defence for the Bloods for many seasons and has stayed with the club faithfully. Ball's tossed back in. McGregor Cameron palms it over his head. Can't get a 21's advantage. Giddies does well. Hand pass goes astray. Castlemaine a quick boot to half forward. Curtis McLennan wants it. Ollie Turnbull fists it down. Then gets the crumb at ground level. He picks it up. Goes over the top. Back to Giddies. Can't hand pass to anyone's advantage in particular. Hunter Staples gets it back. He evades one tackler. Then hand passes it over the top to Archie Rickson. He fumbles. He bumbles. He almost tumbled. and the ball was thrown up, and a free kick to South Bendigo across half back.
You're a poet, Father Jackson Saunders. I was almost going into verse. Practicing for tonight. You've got mass, I imagine.
I do.
As a ball, you might have to bring that one up as well, as I know sometimes you do lovingly bring up some football analogies when you're doing your service.
I do, actually.
Here, I know you do. Goes wide to English across half back, looking to build through Turnbull. He's been good. So they've gone from one half back flank to the other, and they're going to bring it back the other way now as Davies will receive. Short pass, English. Back and forth across half back. Short pass back to Hare. So he's gone back to where he came from. Went from one side to the other and back again. Now we go aggressive short pass.
Looks like a game of keepings off at the moment, doesn't it, Johnny?
English. Now they're going to go the reverse horseshoe. I reckon they're going to do it. Davis. He does. To the other side. In and out they go through Geddes. Geddes will now go up the wing. Poor kick. Harrison Sheen intercepts. Handball Henderson. Sheen receives it back by hand. Sheen, don't argue, has a bounce, runs to 50. Handball over the top to Brodie Byrne. He slipped over at the wrong moment. There's a player down in the middle. His kick was smothered. Spills to Huntley at 51 on the left. Short pass back to Byrne. A tired Byrne can't get there. And Hardingham will mop up for the Bloods, and he'll come inboard and give it to Sims.
I'll let you catch your breath, Johnny. Well called as Zach Sims has the footy across half back. Beautiful smother to a moment ago by Alex Davis. That's worth commendation as McGregor Cameron calls to the footy on centre wing. At ground level, sharking at Tom Templeton. Kick inside, finds Josh Nitsky. The 6'2". He's an agile footballer, that's for sure. Kick goes wide, back to the wing. Railways side of the ground. Rusbridge has the Sharon. He shields the sun with his eyes, contemplates various possibilities across the ground. Mark has been taken by Geddes. He'll chip it over the top. It's a short kick. Didn't have enough gas on it for the intended target there in Toby Hardingham. Had time to recover. Went back to Geddes. Alex Davis was confused. They were bamboozled there, the South Bendigo players. Eventually, Ollie Harker redeemed things for the Bloods. They go to half forward. Looking for it is Zach Hare. Can't find it. Stoppage. Ball up right in front of the interchange gates.
Now, Father Jackson Saunders, I'm just asking for a friend. If we come and showed you support at one of your services on a Saturday night, would I get a free glass of wine?
No.
Doesn't that happen at church?
We do have the chalice, but we haven't just been distributing it post-COVID here locally.
Well, that answers my question.
So no, Johnny, is the answer.
I'll let my friend know. So free kicks on half back to Davis. Davis, well, can't you make some...
But I'll share a read with you after the service.
Can't you make some water? Isn't that a trick you can do as well?
Yes.
As the ball is with Harker. Harker will go down the line. And Hunter Staples. He's battled hard this afternoon. He's across half back.
I really like this kid, Johnny.
Yeah, he's good. There's not much of him height-wise, is there? But
he's got some real go about him.
He has. He goes up the chimney, long high ball. Sutherland was there, so was Huntley. Come off hands. Siren sounds. The Bloods comprehensive in the end here at Camp Reserve. 15-21, 111 have defeated Castlemaine 11-9-75.
Very much so. Mick Delaney, what was your analysis in the end? At three-quarter time, we thought Castlemaine may have run home, but in the end, it was a comprehensive 6-3 last term.
Just goes to show the importance of a good start to a football match, doesn't it? South Bendigo jumping out to a really nice lead early, and even though Castlemaine had the better of the middle part of the game, the second and third quarters, they were able to run away with it in the end just by using their run off half back and hitting up good areas and just hitting up the 25-30 out right in front of goal and giving their goal kickers maximum opportunity to convert. So for Castlemaine, they'll be far from disappointed. A few good players out, few kids having a run here. They'll be better for the senior experience, but just goes to show, Johnny Hunter, that there's not much in it in this league, that anyone can win on any given day.
Yeah, it's good signs for the competition. As thanks to Mike Lowther, we've got an update from the HD FNL. Colburn Abbon have defeated North Bendigo by 4 points.
We'll head down to Cameron Power on the boundary. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh live.
Yeah, so our Bendigo City Matchday Framers Sponsors Award is going to Cohen Harker from South Bendigo. Cohen, I'm being joined down here. Congratulations on the game today.
Thanks, mate. It was, great game out here.
What was the kind of thought process at three-quarter time? Obviously, you probably felt like you dominated, but you hadn't quite put them away.
Yeah, we just struggled to hit the scoreboard in that third quarter. I think we might have kicked 0 goals 8 or something, so it's just finishing those chances, and we knew we'd come home strong and do that, and we did.
You must have been really impressed with the way that you guys were able to respond. Obviously, Castlemaine kicked the first goal of the last quarter and then used and rattled on the next 6.
Yeah, it's huge, especially away from home. You have that away crowd just going off, and it's good to counteract that, and I think we do well.
Speaking of away crowd, almost felt like a home crowd for you guys today. Plenty of red and white support here.
Yeah, it did. Our twos boys were awesome down there on the cans, really getting behind it. I didn't know who they were getting behind at one point. They were giving it to all of us. But
now, obviously new to the club, how are you finding it down here, and are you enjoying the travel obviously coming down here?
Yeah, loving it, mate. The club's unreal. We're able to get down here for pre-season and meet all the boys first, and everyone's super welcoming.
What was obviously the attraction to get you down here to South Bendigo in the first place, obviously being one of the big name recruits in the competition?
It's just like the country atmosphere. You get these big crowds, everyone turns out. There's cars all around the ground, and everyone just loves their club.
Now, our Bendigo City Framers Matchday Sponsors Award, so we've got a $100 voucher here to our Bendigo City Framers so congratulations on your game today, and hopefully you go well for the rest of the year.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
That was Cohen Harker, the winner of our Bendigo City Framers Matchday Sponsors Award, and I think he was a clear standout for me today. Had a terrific performance across all 4 quarters.
Agreed, Cameron. A classy footballer, a 2-time absolute premiership player in the Queensland Australia Football League 2. 2 goals this afternoon. Goal kickers, well, Brock Harvey managed 5 for South Bendigo, 2 each to Alexander Smith-Ralph, Brody Haddo, Cohen Harker and Zach Sims, and then singles to McGregor Cameron and Callum Crisp. For Castlemaine this afternoon, Harrison Sheen and Bailey Henderson both slotted 3. 2 to Curtis McLennan, and then 1 each to Xavier Murley, Ben Jardine and Brodie Byrne. Statistics this afternoon with Norm Jenkin on local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Yes, well, overall in that last quarter it was 13 inside 50s to 12 South Bendigo's way, and they were able to make the most of their inside 50s, especially the middle part of the quarter. For the day there was 57 to 42 South Bendigo's way. Centre clearances on the day were even, 16 South Bendigo to 14 to Castlemaine. Intercept marks across the day, it was 18 to South Bendigo, 14 to Castlemaine, and Castlemaines were mainly in defence, 9 marks in defence to stop South Bendigo's attacks, which were very important, especially in that third quarter when South got a run on. And turnovers for the day were relatively even. There was 19 to Castlemaine and 21 to South Bendigo. So all in all it was even across the board, but in the end South Bendigo made more of their inside 50 entries.
They did. You're keeping a close eye on Mick Delaney, the better players for South Bendigo at the final siren.
It was through the midfield. That's where it was won and lost today, and disposal efficiency out of the midfield. Callum Crisp, the number 1 ruck in the competition, and we saw today why. He just controlled clearances. Castlemaine started to shark the centre clearances and around the ground at the end of the second quarter and through the third quarter, but as all good ruckmen do, they communicate with their rovers, their ruck rovers, their wingmen. They change their plans, and we saw towards the end of that last quarter that South Bendigo were getting plenty of clearances. So for Crisp and Cameron, again, Crisp being the clear number 1, Cameron a very good complementary piece, but Harker and Haddo and Templeton, this list runs deep, and South Bendigo will be a force to be reckoned with come the pointy end of the year.
I thought for Castlemaine, as far as class and also toughness, he's just improved, and he's